My views rise, sprinkle like or two, cover it in comments and a song old or new. The bandy man can, because he wrestles with his mic to makes the audio sound good. Who can take a guitar, wrap it with a man, soak it in the sun and make a podcast with two men? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. The shining bandy men can, because they wrestle with the mute. Now we can't tell if the audio sounds good. Shindig makes no mistakes, grabbing his tea with a wifey handoff. Talk about your spoiled men, y'all. Who can take tomorrow, dip in a live stream, separate the bad vibes and light up all our screens? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. The shining bandy men can, because they fix the mic and mute, and now the audio sounds good. So now the world sounds good, 'cause the shining bandy men think it should. Who can take tomorrow, dip in a live stream, separate the bad vibes and light up all our screens? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. Whoa, the shining bandy men can, because they fix the mic and mute, and now the audio sounds good. So now the world sounds good, 'cause the shining bandy men think it should.
Get ready for the ultimate live experience. Join us on stage where music, poetry, and comedy collide in a night to remember. Top musicians, spoken word artists, and comedians come together for a unique and unforgettable show. From soulful melodies to side-splitting jokes, this jam-packed event has it all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we bring you the best of the best in this one-of-a-kind performance. Are you ready for the next We Be Jammin' Live?
And I hate the bore, you already know it. I'm an undiscovered poet, performer with rockstar motives. Let me tell you something that not many people have ever noticed. But I'm scared of being vulnerable. And I'm scared of commitment, but obviously, yeah, whatever. Who is it? I bet if I called you, you'll be right at my spot in about 5 minutes. You're going to delete this voicemail, God forbid your man think I'm in it. I'll say this to you, you might get offended, but I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. Oh, I'm a little drunk right now. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I want you to know I can love myself on my own, but I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little drunk right now.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. After dark, I appreciate everybody being here. I see y'all there. Let me get my camera adjusted here. I feel like I'm in the dark. Let me get me a little light going. Good evening, everybody. Shout out to everyone. I hope everybody's doing good this evening. Man, just get going. Hey, I got some of that a good dose of that news there yesterday that I'm excited to share with everybody. As you guys know, I had a young lady introduced into my life, and we got the news on whether she is my daughter or not, and I'm excited to share with everybody that. I got my brother Will is in the house. He's gonna hang out with me and just send good vibes to everybody, and we're gonna throw some music out there. And Brother Shine spoke to him earlier, and he had stuff with his son with hockey. Shout out to his little hockey team. They're doing good. Otherwise, they wouldn't still be playing. So shout out to Brother Shine, doing his thing. Maybe he might decide to stop in. I ain't gonna say yay or nay. He said he was kind of tired, so he might just call it an evening, which I don't blame him. So shout out to you if you're listening out there, or even if you're not. I'm shouting you out. So I'm gonna bring Brother Will up. Will, are you ready down there? You dressed and everything, buddy? Uh, let's see. Okay, yeah, looks like okay. Okay, yeah,
Bad
that's
on my
suitable.
end, man.
Okay, yeah, that's suitable. Okay, okay. Yeah, that last outfit you had on, I appreciate you putting this. I appreciate you getting that switched out. It is a family show. Okay, looks like Brother Will is now as fast as he was on, he is off. Shout out to Sister B. Hey, you was here when I was playing your song. I love it, man. Good job with that. Thanks for sending that over to me so that I could, have available to have it here to play, and I love it. And I'll shout you out every time. Primate Nurse, I see you. Shout out to you. I hope you're having a good evening if you're at work. And I always like to say that, man, I appreciate our nurses. I know how much work you put in. And it's not glamorous at all. It's certainly not. It's certainly not like the TV shows and stuff might make it out to be. So, shout out to you. Yeah, man, I love it. I don't like it. I love it, Sister B. I love it. I know your real name, but I'll call you Sister B for now. But it is After Dark, so it's a little different than Good Vibes. Here on After Dark, I like to say that I'm not worried so much about creating a show for everybody. I'm here for everybody. I'm just hanging out with you, and we're gonna do some stuff, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna share some music. But it's a little bit different after dark. Always respect, always good vibes, but just a little different. In the morning times, we try to have a little more organized show, and we're trying to learn how to do things in a little more organized, proper way. And I just want to do it for a personal gain and a personal journey. And you guys just are gracious enough to be along for the ride with me, and I just appreciate that. But the after vibes thing, I've kind of made up my mind, and I think Sean has too. I know on this side of things, I just like the idea of being able to freestyle, come on and maybe grab up my guitar. If somebody wants to, if somebody's, on wanting to jam or whatever it is, man. So, hey, shout out to you, Brother William. I know internet troubles. I get it, brother. That's okay. Good time. Good try. Good try. Hey, Elevated Einstein, I see you, man. What's up? I see you, brother. I'm coming through, man. Hey, just know if you want to chime in, man, at any point, man, during the after dark thing, man, I'm just, I'm going on faith that you guys that I know here in this chat room, you know that this is a live stream, so we just carry it with respect. But if any of you guys have anything you'd like to come on, or just come on and say hi, I just know that is always available to you guys. I appreciate y'all. Sister B, thanks again for that. I love the song, and it's just I have to say it's kind of flattering because how many times do you ever have anybody write a song for you? So I just appreciate it, man. Maybe I'm too sappy these days. Maybe I'm getting old and too sappy, but I just say I appreciate it, and I thank you, and I can't say it enough. Real odds and ends, I see you there. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. And Brother Noble, and our young sister Hazel. Boy, don't I have some news that I don't know if I've been able to share with you, Noble. But a couple weeks ago, a young lady found me through my wife. Long story short, she found me through my wife after going on an old Facebook page of mine from years and years ago that I don't ever even use anymore, never visit. And she reached out to me. She had found out that I was possibly her dad, and she's 16 years old, going on 17. She turned 17 in June. And I had known her mother before I'd ever met my wife. And obviously we'd had a relationship, and I was friends with her mother before I was ever friends with her, actually. And anyway, this young lady contacted me after finding out that I may be her dad. And we met, and it was pretty obvious to me when I pulled up in the driveway. It looked like a little mini me standing there. And for her, I think she felt like that she was looking at her dad. But until you have certain things that say that's the way it is, then you can't go by that. So anyway, I scheduled a DNA test, where they do the cheek swab, and we had to travel a couple hours from here. to go do it, and then it took a couple days. And anyway, we got the results back yesterday, and before I got the results back by email, they emailed them to me. Then I had to put in a security code thing, and then it would give me my results, or our results, mine and Chloe's. For the 2 weeks up to this point, I had kind of taken on my role. Like this young lady, I was bound and determined that regardless of whose daughter she is, mine or not, that I was going to help see her through this journey, and we were going to find her dad, regardless of whether it was me or not. But I'd be lying if I said that my prayer in silence wasn't that I was praying that she was mine. Well, I got the email on the way down to get her. I had promised her I'd take her to get her little tire fixed on her car. She had hit a little curb, cut a turn too sharp, and busted her little tire. So messed her rim up. So I was going down, and I didn't even know whether she was my daughter. I was just going down to help this young lady. I was going to help her get her little car fixed, meet her at her mama's house after school. And anyway, on the way down there, I got the email, and I thought, well, Lord, isn't this just perfect timing? Because I was on my way down anyway. So I didn't try to fool with any of it on the way. I just went ahead and got on down there. It was about another 25 minutes before I got there. And I went in her house, went in her mama's house and everything, and opened it up. And she was like, let mama do it. Don't look at it. You don't look at it. I'm like, well, honey, I got to put in this code and everything. I got to be able to look at the phone in order to put the code in. I think even Ray Charles would have had somebody help him a little bit with this one. Like, I got to put this particular code in. So I'm like, I won't look at it, but just let me put the code in, and then I'll hand it off as soon as I hit the last button. Because me and her, she's it's like, all right, I will. I'll do what I'm trying to do, what you're telling me to do. It kind of felt like Courtney talking to me. I was like, golly, stop telling me what to do. I'm the dad. But anyway, I put the code in, and I hand the phone off, and then, anyway, long story short, well, by the grace of God, she is my daughter. 99.99999999964% that she is mine, and the blessing begins, many years ago, at conception. She started her little life, though I did not get to be a part of that. It was not by my choice. I just didn't know she was there, and she didn't know I was here. But the blessing began then for this world and for the people that she's been able to be a part of her life. And now that I'm able to be a part of the blessing that she's offered this world, because it's my belief that every baby that comes into this world is a new blessing for all of us. And that's probably the closest thing to God that we'll ever get to witness here on this earth as human beings. So I just promised myself that regardless of whether she was my daughter or not, she was going to be treated like a blessing and like someone's daughter. But now that I know she's mine, then that changes my world automatically. I don't care what anybody says. If you're any kind of person, any kind of human being, if you're any kind of, dad, I'm a dad already. I got a son that's 14 going on 15, and I've been a part of his life since day one. And, I know I made my share of mistakes with him as a younger feller because I was still a little wild and still a little crazy, but I was always halfway okay. I just had some things that had some demons in the closet I needed to drag out and just go ahead and stomp them and put them where they belong. And I did. And now that this young lady's come into my life, it's as if God, had his perfect timing on everything, and that perfect little branch, that perfect little weave, so that I was able to catch up with his timing. It wasn't him that wasn't right in time. It was me that wasn't right in time. But as for all of us, I think that, the mistakes that we make, if we're fortunate enough to live through them and give ourselves the opportunity to humble up and learn from it, then those are the times that we have to take a real step forward and maybe have an opportunity to offer something for the world. And now that this young lady's been delivered into my life, as much as I'd like to say that, man, it don't, well, it's like I ain't been a part of her life. I can't do no. Yes, I can. I can do something. I can love her from this day and for every day, and I can love her in the most wonderful, wholehearted, humble, loving sort of way, and maybe instill in her that that's how a man should love you, and that's how a human being should love you. Ain't nothing too late. And she may not be a baby in the world's eyes, but she's my baby, and I got a paper that proves it now. So, you know, world can think what they want, but God has His own opinion, and that's the way we're gonna carry it. So it's good vibes, man. I can't believe it. That what a whew, just 2 weeks ago, it was like, whoa, didn't think about this kind of stuff. And now I have a daughter that actually drives a vehicle, and she's only 90 pounds, guys. Only 90 pounds, little tiny little fart. Just as pretty as a picture. But golly, just like daggone, man. I almost instantly got older on it. Like, daggone, man. Dang. Whoa. Hey, Sister B, I appreciate you. Man, it's funny, Sister B. I have a family, and I could talk. I could talk to anybody I want to. I got so many things, but there's so many times where it's just so much easier for me to come in here, and just sit down and let these things just kind of go, and just kind of say things, and just kind of let. I know that mom and dad's listening, and my sister and my family, and it's not that it's almost like I hate to say it, guys. I've gotten so soft these days about some things that I can't hardly talk about it sometimes. Silence is the only way that I can bear it sometimes, is like, because when you start digging in, and you're like, man, the emotions, for me, I let things just really, they affect me. They affect me, and this has been one of those like huge momentous things in my heart, that's just, it's filled my heart with such a great thing, but it's almost so overwhelming in my mind that it's like it's trippy to me, like, whoa, like, wow, I can't, like, I still have to like think about, like, wow, got a whole nother life now that I feel 1000% responsible for now. So, you know anyway, shout out to everybody, man. We call that old man syndrome. Indeed, man. Indeed. It's like, whoa, yeah, because she's gonna be 17, man, driving a car and stuff. And my boy, he's going on 15, so I still had another year yet before I had to worry about cars being driven and all this kind of stuff. Now all of a sudden I got this young lady in my life, and she's driving. She's driving. So yeah. Yeah, well, you know what, Sister B? I agree with that. I went through a long time in my life where, man, my emotions, my days were judged by how much of a substance I had in my pocket or in me. And in the past 10 years or so, trying to get myself really, truly 1000% on that, like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to just no drinking, no kind of pills, no kind of, nothing hardcore like that, because I was on hardcore stuff. And man, it seems like, as time goes on, it's like more and more things connect back in my brain, and it's like things that didn't affect me before truly affect me now. Thoughts that maybe would have just passed over at one time just really seem to hit me at my heart. But it's a good thing, because I'm man enough to wear my heart right there on my shoulder and dare someone to try to knock it off. I don't, I don't care what anybody thinks anymore these days, and it's such a freeing feeling. Don't, it's kind of like that old saying, don't take my kindness for weakness, or don't take cool for fool. well, don't take tears for weak. Don't take being heartfelt and sincere about things as being uh you know weak. I think that's strong. For me, that's how I feel about it, but that's how I carry it, man. But shout out to you guys for being here, sharing with me, man. I appreciate y'all. I know I get lost on these things, guys. I get going, and I'm sorry, but it's good vibes after dark, hanging out. Did have brother Will. He's got internet problems, and I understand that issue with the whole Wi-Fi thing and everything. We live in the country here too, but thankfully we do have pretty good service these days. So pretty happy about that. But Sister B, once again, man, I love that song, dude. I love it. I'm that dude. I'm back here in the backstage area after everything. I'm still listening to it because I'm that guy. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. What did I tell y'all? The easiest way to get a comment highlighted is you say something good about this guy. Somehow it's like my hand just weighs down and it's like boom. It just highlights the comment and it's just you know, you know, this the way it is, man. Hey, brother Noble, man, yeah, hey, it's so funny, man, because man, I do have such a sincere, just heartfelt feeling towards her, just automatically, and I never would have thought it. Like I've seen movies and stuff before where people find out they have a daughter or something like that, and I'm not like, I'm the kind of dude, like, funny movies get me really good. I like funny movies, but other stuff, it's like whatever. And man, like I used to see people get like news and stuff like that, and you'd be like, horse crap, whatever. Man, it's real, dude. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's sincere. Like I love that little girl as if I changed her diapers, as if I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you've been there all along. Even though you missed a lot of things, the love. I can't say that there's any difference. I couldn't measure it in any different kind of way. That's my Aunt Chris. Well, shout out to my Aunt Chris. Yeah. Hey, I was just telling everybody. I was just telling everyone that we got the news, and it's amazing. Obviously, all of us that are adults know that you have a relationship and you have unprotected sex. There's always that chance, but you never think that it would go almost 17 years that you wouldn't know about someone or something like that. But it happens, man. And I'm like, golly, I mean, obviously just overwhelmed, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful, and just happy to have that part behind us now, because the limbo side of it, I'm not gonna lie, this past couple weeks, um I tried to play like there wasn't a gray area, but I would be lying as a man and as a human being if I said there wasn't a small gray area, because these days, guys, gals, people, I understand that we have to be abundantly careful when dealing with minors and putting ourselves in weird situations. And I really did feel that. But I also felt this pull of a love of a dad, of like, okay, now wait a minute. I can't start a relationship off with someone that thinks that I may be her dad and put any kind of hardcore barrier between us. If she wants to come to my house and meet my family and say, then we're going to invite her in as if she's family and she's going to be loved on. And I guess what made it the easiest was the fact that I was friends with her mama still, and I had been friends with her mama before I ever knew her mom. And I had that, I guess, and the fact that she had been told good things about me, thank God. Didn't have that to try to overcome. So there was a weird gray area, if I was to be telling the God's truth about, how do I handle this particular relationship, because you're putting yourself in a weird spot. Yeah, and but now that we have this behind us, and of course her mama's been just all, she's just so happy that we found each other and everything, and that's cool. My family's happy and everything, but it does make it easier now. At least you got the paper and it's legal. Like, we paid for it's the, we can take it to court, whatever. It stands up in court. It's not the at home thing. So, not that there's anything wrong with that if you just personally want to know, but for her sake, for everybody's sake, I just felt like that was the right thing to do. Cost a little bit, but it was worth it. And set your mind at ease. And she seems to be excited and happy. It's just cool. It's just cool. It's really cool. But shout out to you, Aunt Chris. I appreciate you being here. You've always been a love of my life, and just an honor and a privilege to have you as an aunt. And the lessons that you didn't realize you were teaching, that you did, have stuck. You were a good person, and it was clear every day, and you lived a honorable life out loud, and for the world to see, and I seen it. And you were great to me, and I don't forget that. Don't forget that at all. Not many other people than your mom and dad that you would feel as comfortable with, especially as a youngin' that was sick or that didn't feel good. But my Aunt Chris and my Uncle Scott's house, that was just like my little, kind of like my sanctuary. I knew if I had to go to the bathroom, or just didn't feel 100% or whatever, it wasn't no big deal. Wasn't nobody gonna be, just always kind of felt good there. So shout out to you. Appreciate you. Love you. I'm glad that you come in and you get to see us like this. At least we get to see each other a little bit in some form or fashion. So shout out to you. I can't wait for you to get to meet Chloe. Can't wait for Chloe to get to meet everybody. I know she's going to be overwhelmed. Such as I can't imagine being on her side of things, trying to come into my crazy family. And so I'm trying to break her in easy. Like, I'm trying to let her. I told Mom and them, I said, guys, if you'll just give her a little bit of time to get to know me, it'll make it a heck of a lot easier to get to be comfortable with everybody else. Like, we're bringing her in, and it's like, okay, here's this one. Here's 35 people. So I'm like, oh God, this gal, she don't know what's getting ready to happen to her. Yeah, coming in June. Hey, we're ready for you. Her little birthday is June 20th. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's just so weird, man. It's like, golly, now I got another date that I gotta keep up with. It's like, I was just getting good at the first. Might have to start writing these down if I get any more sticky notes. I'm gonna keep. Matter of fact, I don't need no more sticky notes, guys. I kept the one. This is the one that Courtney come carrying in with Chloe's name and number, and I'm just saying this out loud. There will be no more sticky notes. I can promise that. If there's any more, it better not be on a sticky note, because I ain't taking it. I'm just saying that. I'm had all the sticky notes I'm gonna take. No more sticky notes. I thought sticky notes were gone anyway. Like, where did she even find? Like, I thought people copy and pasted stuff these days. Who does sticky note? I get a sticky note. I love it. No more sticky notes, though. I'm going to tell you that. There'll be no more sticky notes that's being called in that's got any more kids' names. I promise that. I know that. Got a pretty good memory, and I can tell you that right now. There ain't no more. Unless there was twins, and let's not even go there. Let's say there was only one. So, yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. Hey, Magic Healing, I see you, Miss Amina. I see you. Shout out to you, Sister B. I see you, Brother William. I see you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait for you to come in, Aunt Chris. I'm so excited for her. I'm just so excited for her because I know what the other side of her. And I'm you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Because I promised myself that I would never, ever, ever speak in any type of negative way about her mom, her family, or anything like that. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to say this. I know that she has not got to experience the love that we have to offer. And I'll just leave it at that. But I know she hasn't. So I'm excited to get to open that up for her. And can't wait. Can't wait. So, yeah. I can't. I'm so excited for her. I don't even think she realizes. Yeah, I don't think she even realizes. So shout out to you guys. Let's do one of Brother William's songs. I got one of his stuff pulled up. He was going to try and visit with me, but you know, Wi-Fi, it'll get you, that old Wi-Fi. But I'm not even going to talk bad about Wi-Fi here. Because so far I ain't had no issues, and if I say something bad, powers that be might be. I got my aluminum hat, but I ain't been wearing it in a couple days, so I don't really feel completely protected. So Wi-Fi is fine here, but I hope that yours gets better too, Will. If I could send you a little dose of better Wi-Fi, I would, but I can't. So, shout out to you, Brother Will. I have yours right here. So shout out to Brother William After Dark. Hey, good vibes, everybody. See you here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go grab me a drink.
Who can make my views rise, sprinkle like her too? cover it in comments and a song old or new. The bandy man can because he wrestles with his mic to makes the audio sound good. Who can take a guitar, wrap it with a man, soak it in the sun and make a podcast with two men? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. The shining bandy men can because they wrestle with a mute. Now we can't tell if the audio sounds good. Shindig makes no mistakes, grabbing his tea with a wifey handoff. Talk about your spoiled men, y'all. Who can take tomorrow, dip in a live stream, separate the bad vibes and light up all our screens? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy man can. The shining bandy man can because they fixed the mic and mute, and now the audio sounds good. So now the world sounds good, cause the shining bandy men think it should. Who can take tomorrow, dip in a live stream, separate the bad vibes and light up all our screens? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. Whoa, the shining bandy men can because they fix the mic and mute, and now the audio sounds good. So now the world sounds good, cause the shining bandy men think it should. Well, I ain't sure what went wrong. Love was so baby, won't you come on?
country was built on the backs of the working class. And now you've got all these billionaires sitting on their asses telling us how it's gonna be. Well, I don't know about you, can only speak for me. I'm sick of the shystiness and everything in between. When together we are always gonna overcome all the nastiness, the absolute obscure. Give them what they want, they think we're sleeping, but baby, guess what it is. We're all waking up, and I ain't talking about what next. I'll see you around, see you around the next set of beds. Nah, this is how this ends. Yeah. Shout out to you, Sister B. I had to play that one again. I'll burn up the airways with that one, man. I love it. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have someone just spend some time and write a song, even referencing you, but to have it that's about you. So shout out to you. That's so cool. Thank you. Elevated, I see you out there. Blissfully Renee. Let's see. I seen Amelia. Hi, Miss Amelia. Good evening to you. I see you out there. She said if I made a playlist, she would listen and dance to it. Well, I promised Noble that I was going to make him a playlist, but I promised when I do make a playlist, when I put a few songs up there, it's going to be songs that you have heard, but it's also going to be songs that you haven't that are mine. I'm not going to be putting covers up. And they're going to be well put together. So just give me a little bit of time. I'm learning how to do some things, and I just promised myself as I started this journey that every time I learn to do something new, even if it's only one little tiny bit, if it's 1%, if I can do 1% every day, well, it don't take many days that you're starting to count up some percentages there, ain't it? I mean, my ciphering skills ain't exactly on point, but they did give me the big letters when they give me my GED. I got the thing in there. They're all big letters. They didn't even give me one little lowercase, so that means I did pretty good. So, I'm just saying that I'm trying to, my music means a lot to me, and it is a direct reflection of my thoughts in some ways, and it's something that I love to do. So now that I have a few more skills under my belt and I know how to do a few things, then I only feel right to make sure that if I'm going to put something out, then I'm going to try my best to do a good job, not only for the people listening, but just to honor myself and my music. So, thank you for even saying that. So thank you. I do appreciate it, and I am working on it. There's things I do that maybe it seems like I'm not, trying, but I am trying. I got things going on, but I am trying, and I'm going to do it. When I do it, I'm going to do a good job. So, I'm going to try to have, at least 10, original works that you guys will be able to go and listen to, so just so you know, if anybody wants to go listen, there will be there. Just give me some time and it will be there. So, hey, Magic Healing, I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Shout out to Magic Healing. She has a wonderful channel. She does a lot better job of staying on point than I do. I had the honor and privilege of going over to her channel, and she had Shine over there, and she's had many other people, but just an outstanding member of the community, and just trying to bring awareness in her way. And I just like her style, and she's just humble and nice. So shout out to you, Miss Amanda. We appreciate you being part of creating change, part of Good Vibes, part of Shine Dig, and just part of the community. So shout out to you. Thank you. Sister B, thank you. Blissfully Renee, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. We're glad to have you. Yeah, we started out a long time. Well, I say a long time ago, but it seems like a long time ago on this YouTube journey. But yeah, we've been kind of buddies and kind of crossing paths with each other for a long time. And I know that you're not a far off neighbor neither. So shout out to you, Blissfully Renee, and you just keep her going. Keep her going. Shout out to you, Elevated Einstein, Gen X in the house, man. Gen X in the house. What's up, brother? I see you there, man. I see you. Hey, Sister B does a great job. Man, Sister B does a good job. Sister Amanda does a good job. Sister Amanda does a good job staying on point. I'm always impressed with somebody that can stay on point because I can't. That's just me. I guess the biggest part of my show is the fact that I am nowhere near organized or on point most of the time, and I guess that's the draw. I don't know. It's the only thing that keeps me coming back is trying to figure out what the heck I was talking about. Like, okay, let's go try and finish this. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm gonna try and do a pro move. I'm gonna mute my mic because I feel it coming. It's gonna be right there when I'm trying to do something else because I'm gonna do. Whew. Yeah, man. I feel it coming. Yeah, man. We appreciate you guys. This has turned out to be a little experiment that I started, guys. As you know, a lot of you guys have been here since day one, especially on my live journey. And, it has been such a cool experience to try this and have an idea, a conception, and start out from scratch, not even knowing exactly how to turn my phone to create a proper YouTube video or, a long form video. I had no idea. And then seeing what was going on, good and bad, and then trying to create my own thing. Anybody on here, anybody that's doing anything that is any success at all or failure at all, there is none of us that are so original that what we're doing has not been done by somebody else or attempted by somebody else. So I would be foolish to say that I was trying to bring something totally original to you. But I wouldn't be foolish to say that I took things that I seen that I think that could have been done better. I took things that I heard and I decided I would never speak on things like that. I took things that I heard that I did want to speak on and decided that when I did speak, I would speak with authority and I would not be bending. So as I started this journey, I created this little experiment in my brain like, okay, is there really room for good vibes? Because I'm that dude that could have come on here and I could have done reaction videos, been negative, said a lot of foul stuff, and probably went straight to the top. No, I'd rather stay here with you 10 fine people that I see here, shouting out good shout outs, every once in a while saying a prayer for people, being willing to listen, throw in a good comment. I'd rather spend it with you than I would with 10 million people that want to hear me say bad things about people or be negative about people. But that doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover. That doesn't mean that you have to allow people to say things that aren't fair, that aren't true, when you have tried your best to put anything that you have had an interaction with them in the past. And I do. I put those things in the past because they're not worthy of being in front of me. But as we start this journey, we find that in the public eye, you're always going to have someone that's going to make claims or that's going to have foul things to say about you when they really ain't true. When the only thing that you've ever done is say something to them and they didn't like it. But they couldn't move on and you've took up rent-free space in their brain. And, you find that it's because the negative really wants to be entwined with the good vibes, but it just don't fit in there. There's no room for it. We got this shield around us, guys, and as long as we keep our good vibes and we keep our positive outlook, that negative crap doesn't have no room. It doesn't have any space for it. So as we move along in this journey, I realize that there's going to be times where people are going to make false claims about things, and people are going to say things. People are going to, be bitter, or they're going to be sour over an interaction. And, just know that when those types of things come up, to give them enough credence to speak their name or to start this is a show for me. This is me. I could go out here on the street and I could sit and talk to people, or I could do this, whatever. But I'm just trying to do something different for me. I want to have fun. I want to be able to play music. I want to be able to push other people. I spend more time on my channel talking about other people's stuff than I do talking about my stuff, because I enjoy that. That's what I like. But it said somehow there's going to always be that little bit of negativity that comes in. So I just encourage you guys, as we continue on this YouTube journey together. We know our community. We know what we have here. We know that it's special. We know that each one of us, in an individualized way, create this community. And without us, then there is no community in here. And it's a good vibe community, man. It's about creating change. It's about being here and being a part of something that's a little different. I could get on here and eat bags of potato chips. I could get on here and talk foul stuff. I could get on here and be negative. I could do that. Guys, I'm witty. Like, I could be both. I can be good and bad. I don't choose to do that. This platform means the world to me, guys. This platform means the world to me. It means more to me than to allow, myself to be a part of the negative that's in this world. We have enough of that crap. We have enough of that. And I'm not going to be reeled into it. I'm not going to be pulled into it. And I would appreciate it if, while you are on your live streams, that if there's something negative to be said about me especially, then I would just appreciate it if you didn't say anything about me at all, because that's how I'll carry it with you. If I don't have nothing nice to say about you, then I don't say nothing at all. I carry it kindergarten rules here. I don't feed into that kind of stuff, and I don't appreciate it when I know it's happening. And I know that you guys carry it totally different, but we have that space in this world. There's a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of crap. And I just encourage us just to keep our good vibes and know our little community that the truth is what the truth is, because we come on here and we speak it every day, right in front of you, right in front of you. There is no fake. There is no making up nothing, other than us just bringing you a little show and trying to do something a little bit different. Trying to find my space in this thing. But I'll never come at you and say that I've tried to create something that's totally original. But what I will say is that if anybody thinks they can emulate me, then the airwaves are open for them to do that as well. And I encourage it. Do it better. Do it better. And I'll be your biggest supporter. I spend more time pushing other people up than I do myself. So it's like, just know that that's not what I'm about, and I don't feed into that. So if you wonder why that sometimes you don't see me in channels making comments, it's because I just stay in the background, because sometimes the stuff that's being spoke about, I just don't buy into it. I don't feed into it, and I don't like it. My best thing is I got this real powerful finger right here. It's called a thumb. You can even use your other fingers, and I just flip right on past. Don't give it no credence. Don't give it no time of day. So shout out to everybody being here with us. Good Vibes After Dark is always a little different than Good Vibes in the Morning. I'm here being me, doing me, speaking me, just like I do in the morning, except it's dark. Hence the name After Dark. I mean, I thought that, I thought of that. I just want to say, I did think of the After Dark because it's dark. Like, it really is dark. I'm not going to turn the camera, but it is dark. Hey, there's Tommy Kenyon After Dark, man. Tommy Kenyon. But shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate everybody being here and understanding what I'm trying to say, man. I just want this community to be about good vibes. And we're going to push each other right on, straight on up to whatever that is. It might, our cap might be 20 people. But if 20 people of good vibes people just want to get in here, hang out, have music, and just and laugh and find something to talk about, then that's what we're going to do. And the rest can just stay right on outside somewhere, right? Shout out to you, Gen X in the house. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys. Elevated Einstein. We'll go over here. See if I can get back in here again. Yeah, I see you guys. Hey, I almost went back to your song, Sister V. I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost went right back to it, and I was like, I just played that like 5 minutes ago. I don't want to feel like I don't care if y'all think that I really, I just like it because it is about me. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I would feel like that I was doing wrong by saying I didn't want to go play my song that she wrote about me again. But I'm gonna play something else different in between it. I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna have me a little countdown timer so that I don't look weird playing my stuff, playing that over and over and over again. But it is an awful good song. It's got a catchy little beat to it. Shout out to Miss Amelia. I see you here with us, outstanding member of our community and just always positive. We appreciate you being a part of everything. Shout out to Tommy Real, keeping it real. Media, been a outstanding member of the community and just a fine friend, newfound friend through YouTube. My first real subscriber, and has just been always abundantly open to help me. He has finally caught on that when I say I really don't know how to do something, that means I really don't know how to do it. Like, you got to start from like preschool level and let's work through this. And he's been willing to do that with me, and enough to get me going on some things and kind of open up some things for me. So I'm always going to be shouting you out, brother Tommy, and I just appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being a solid member of the community. Shout out to Keeping It Real Media. Shout out to everybody in the house. I always appreciate every one of you guys. Good vibes to each and every one of you. This is After Dark. Appreciate you.
Hey, I'm Tommy Kenyon, your tech content creator and digital content pro. With cutting edge AI guidance, I craft segments like interactive audio or video audio sync tutorials and more. I deliver clear step-by-step digital solutions that make your projects shine, practical, fast, and ready to roll. Hire me to bring your tech vision to life. Let's create something epic together.
Hey, if y'all ever have one of them times, like, I don't know what y'all call it, but like when you see something that you can't unsee, like I call it a mind stain. I can't get it out of my head. It's kind of a new little thing I come up with, like for things that I can't unsee. Stuff like, shine in a heart-shaped tub. That's one of them things that's like a mind stain on me. I can't unsee it. Kind of like maybe this little promo commercial that I found. Some things you just can't unsee. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. You like that, Tommy? Yeah. You like that, Gen X? Shout out to you, brother. You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. Don't start games that you ain't willing to play, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Have I done nothing? Right? Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. This is Good Vibes After Dark. It's always a little different. Might be a little bit off the chain once in a while. You just never know. Never know. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Big Jack Storytime. Outstanding friend of Guy and Shine. outstanding friend at creating change, and most importantly, just a newfound friend in my life. And I just appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and we push you up here. So shout out to Big Jack Storytime.
Get ready for the ultimate live experience. Join us on stage where music, poetry, and comedy collide in a night to remember. Top musicians, spoken word artists, and comedians come together for a unique and unforgettable show. From soulful melodies to side-splitting jokes, this jam-packed event has it all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we bring you the best of the best in this one-of-a-kind performance. Are you ready for the next We Be Jammin' Live?
Yeah, shout out to you, Big Jack. Man, appreciate you just inviting me to be a part of that little journey with you, man, on the first one, and we got to come and be a part of the second one, me and Sean. And man, I'll always be willing to be a part of anything you ever need me to do, man. So just shout out to you guys. Shout out to Heavy Hitters Band. I played their song, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I'm gonna be having them on. Have been in contact and texted Big Jack's son, and I'm gonna make. I've been a little busy, but I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna make it happen, and we're gonna have him on. And we're gonna talk about their music because I'm impressed. One thing I love is to see somebody give me a recording of something that they did, listen to it, and then go listen to them do it live and be like, oh snap, that sounded a lot like the recording. Yeah, they can do their music. They're not playing games. They know their music and they got it going on. And I like the twist. I like the style. I like the way that they phrase things, the off timing that they throw in there. Shout out to you, young men. Keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing. I see great things in your future, man. That's it. Every song that they do is good. Like they got their own little thing going on. Yes, Blissfully Renee, they are good. They are good. I can't say it. I can't even say it as good as what I need to. They are good, man. They really are. I'm impressed with them. I'm impressed. I like original stuff. I'm always impressed with it, and it doesn't have to be something over the top. It's just this original works. I know how difficult it is to go from a blank piece of paper or a thought to some music and singing or however it is you do it. I mean, I don't care what it is you do. There's a journey in trying to do it. Live is where it's at. You sound like you live. You sound good on. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Live is where it's at. You sound live. You sound good on record. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Southern Boys Right. Appreciate that. This is something that's new for me. I never really realized anything about this kind of stuff, but I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be here, guys. I don't have to be here. I like doing this. This is fun for me, and I like bringing a little bit of a show. That's what I say, man. This is all like, it's like a little experiment for me. Just seeing where I fit in, because I like doing the videos too. Don't get me wrong. But I like the live part because I like messing up in front of everybody and then trying to find the explanation for it. Seems to fit in well for me. It makes for a good show. I spent 68 minutes one morning trying to figure out how to slide the little flapper thing to open up the camera. Shout out to Big Jack for getting me through that. And shout out to everybody that was in my chat room that morning. They couldn't see me, but they could hear me. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the video to come up. I couldn't figure out why. I was stuck. And oh man, it was like, man, I can't figure it out. But I wasn't gonna quit. Because then I'd forever be known as the dude that quit. So I stayed with it. And Big Jack, he called me up and he got me through that. And then here I am. I'm here. At least I know about that little slide thing now. I didn't know about that then. Matter of fact, I think Blissfully Renee might have even been in that live that day when that was going on, if I'm not mistaken. You sound good. Hey, thanks, Southern Boys. I knew what you meant, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Having a good microphone helps. But I don't really know anything fancy other than just having a good microphone helps. It's just the way I sound. So I guess thank God for the fact I can sound the way I sound. You was there, wasn't you, Blissfully Renee? Hey, I was at my wits' end there for about 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes of that, I was like, man, like, surely to God, this batteries can die on this computer eventually and give me an out. I was like, man, something got to give, because I ain't never going to get this camera come on. And surely to goodness, it was that little old tiny flapper thing that shouldn't even be there. Let's just be honest. If I was putting that computer together, I'd be like, why would I even put that there? That's stupid. That's not even, that doesn't even make no sense. It's probably a part that ain't even named. You know what I mean? It's how worthless it is. Yeah, well, I held it together because you couldn't see me. I was ready to throw some stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to throw some stuff. And if I hadn't have been live streaming, if I'd have been trying to record it, chances are I probably would have threw it. I ain't gonna lie. Or I'd have just hit the power button. I'd have said, okay, yeah, all right, enough of this stuff. All right, hey, Bug, what you doing? I'd have been, yeah, all right, we're out of here. Done with this. Good talk, guys. We're done. You know, that would have been it, because I was at my wits' end for a minute on it. But at the same time, I was like, man, I know it's got to be something simple, because it's like everything on the computer, I've hit every button. I mean, there's no more buttons to hit, you know. But yeah, we got through it. We got through it for 15 minutes to get my laptop. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I tell this story, I've told it many times. I was so stupid to this system, to computers and stuff, that I honest to God didn't know what drag and drop meant. Like the drag and drop and the copy and paste stuff. Hey, I didn't know what that was. I mean, you tell somebody like me to drag and drop something. Well, I dragged this computer across the room several times, dropped it, threw it a little bit, cracked a corner of it, but it never did move any files. The files were still where they was at. So it was like, I don't know what drag and drop means, you know. And if it hadn't have been for the fact that my kid, you know, what, like, you know, I had to, you know, he goes, you know, in school, they know how to use these things. So he come in here and was able to get me a little bit started. But I ain't gonna lie, I think he neglected to tell me a couple little things just to watch Dad struggle. I know he's mine, and I know that he would do that. I think he held back on some information on me just to see if Dad would implode, and it almost worked. It almost worked, but then I held back. But thankfully, I made it. Hey man, well thank you. I appreciate I really do appreciate that compliment, and I appreciate the feedback, because I have went through great pains, and there's several people in this chat that could tell you, that's been here for it, that, man, sound has been one of those things that I have belly ached over. Watch my live, I do my live, then go back and watch it and be like, God, that sounds horrible. It sounds terrible. What in the world is going on? You know. So thank you for that feedback. I appreciate you saying that. I just my best friend just brought me this little thing that you put in front of the mic there the other day, which kind of helps with that little the thing. So I'm learning. I'm getting there, man. Upgrading my gear and everything, and but I don't have nothing. That's cool that you say that, because I really don't have nothing special set up. It's just a microphone plugged into this thing. So I'm glad to know that I sound halfway decent, at least to you. So thank you. Blissfully Renee, I see you down there. We're carrying on. It's a good conversation. I see you. Magic of Healing. Shout out to everybody in the house. Appreciate y'all being here. This is Good Vibes After Dark. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. Invite you over to Good Vibes, 11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Eastern Standard Times. And we're going to be scheduling some After Dark, probably Friday, Saturday, something like that, nighttime jams. And we're putting together some material and getting some things lined out. And after dark is I know that this is a little different. This was an on the fly kind of thing. I just had some news I wanted to share, some things to get off my chest, and just have some fun. You know, Mama was in the bed and guys in there in the bed, so it was like, I'm gonna just go see what's up for a little while. But yeah, we're gonna start doing the Good Vibes After Dark, but we are gonna try to lean a little bit more heavy on our music and just bringing jams and all that kind of stuff. And of course, we're gonna keep doing our community stuff and all that. But in the after dark hour, we're going to change it up a little bit. Means it is after dark, can kind of, you do things just a touch differently, but just have some music and start scheduling out so that we can start trying to bring something a little bit more. It's just we're trying to just a little bit at a time. Just bring a little bit more every chance that we get. Just upgrade a little bit and just learn to do something a little bit better, and then try to bring you guys a little bit more quality experience while you're here. That's what it's all about for us at Guy and Shine. That's what it's all about here at Creating Change, and it's about seeing you guys grow too, man. We're all doing this together. You guys become part of this show. You guys know how I am. You can put one comment in here that leads me into a topic that becomes part of the show. That'll be what the show is. So you never know that your comment won't be exactly the comment that winds up being, the one that sends me on a good journey. Yeah, just shout out to you guys, man. Is the White Lotus. I see you there. Yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, I appreciate you, Gas, and I see you in the house, man. Shout out to Gas and Guitar Covers, friend of Guy and Shine, friend of Creating Change, man. Just outstanding member of the community, and just one of those kind of people that I could foresee that if I was able to be, within proximity of, close by to him, I mean, then we would probably be hanging out and we'd probably be jamming together side by side. But being that we can't, he's able to send me some songs and stuff and let me share them. And he done one by, Johnny Amish was the songwriter on here, and it's called Dancing Down an Empty Road. So shout out to Gas and Guitar Cover. Appreciate you being a friend of Guy and Shine. Appreciate you being a friend of Creating Change. And most importantly, I appreciate your newfound friendship with me. So thank you. Appreciate you being an outstanding member of the community, and we all just push you up here. So shout out to Gas and Guitar Covers. This is Dancing Down an Empty Road by Johnny Amish. Appreciate you, buddy.
Is it wasted now? Your thoughts unwind somehow across the shadowed lands to a place forever stands. There's no time to get old when you're dancing down an empty road. Got both feet pointed straight at the night, underneath those burning clouds of twilight. Believe wherever you go, there'll be enough music to feed your soul. And even though I know you're not coming back, I'll say I'll see you again. What have we wasted here? The silence of our fears, frozen morning light on the day we learned to fight. There's no time to get old when you're dancing down this empty road. Got both feet pointed straight at the night, underneath those burning clouds of twilight. Believe wherever you go, there'll be enough music to feed your soul. Even though I know you're not coming back, I'll say I'll see you again. There's no time to get old when you're dancing down an empty road. Got both feet pointed straight at the night, underneath those burning clouds of twilight. Believe wherever you go, there'll be enough music to feed your soul. And even though I know you're not coming back, I'll say I'll see you again. I'll see you again.
Good vibes, everybody. After Dark here with you, man. Appreciate you guys. My name's Guy. This is Creating Change. Good vibes to everyone. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Get back over here. Yeah, man. Hey, I see White Lotus. I see you there. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're getting there. We're learning, brother. It's a slow process. It's a slow process, but we're getting there, man. We're starting to get some things figured out. He said, let's see, Southern Boys Rising, man. If YouTube was around when I was a kid, yeah, yeah. I feel you, man. Hey, I'm 48 years old, and obviously, it's been around for a while, in my life anyway. But I didn't use it. I never was on anything like this before. But I do like it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I love it. I love it. I love doing it. I think it's fun. It's something interesting. Yeah, it's just really cool. I see you there, Gen X. Yeah, man, it's a little bit different. You just never know what might happen. You never know. You never know. Hey, I love having the freedom though of just being able to come on when I feel like coming. That's what I was saying last week. Was like I don't really want to give like too much schedule. Like I like having the schedule, but I also just like man, just hit it. Just go for it. If you're feeling it, just want to get on and say something and just hang out with everybody and maybe find somebody that wants to come on and jam or whatever with you, then you know what I'm saying? It's just awesome, man. It's just I love it, man. I love it. Well, Gen X, you're more than welcome to pop in if you want to come in, man. If you ain't got nothing going on, come on in. I'd love to have you come on in, man. We sit down and talk for a while. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to things that you can't unsee. I thought I did a really good job finding that in the depths of my brain. But shout out to you. Never know. You just never know. Always just trying to shout out. Shout out to everybody in the house. Good vibes, everybody. I swear. Oh, Lord have mercy, man. Got you about 12 years? Hey, well, you ain't doing too bad. You ain't doing too bad. You just a youngin' too. You just a youngin' too. Hey, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna go with how I feel. I feel pretty good these days, so I'm 48 going on 29, I guess. Hey, Elevated, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's a little segment I started. It's just about, mind stains, man. Things you can't unsee. So I just, I felt like that was a great addition to the After Dark, show, was to start a little extra segment, something you can build on, something that you can work with. So we're just, we're starting there. Things that I'm going to see if I can't stain your brain with things that you just can't can't get out of your brain for whatever reason. So shout out to Mind Stains, right? Blissfully 55 going on 30. Yeah. I've been getting ready to turn 30 for 20 years. Gonna keep it that way too. Drop that sweet link for Jen. Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. I see. Yeah, I would love for you. Come on, let me shout out to copy and paste. Hey, I love it. I love it. I feel like such a computer guru. Now I gotta figure out how to do it again. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Bam. Oh, I love doing that. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, I love doing that. It makes me feel like I'm so, because I ain't gonna lie, when I first got started on here and I seen everybody putting them links and stuff down in there, I'm like, how in the hell are they typing that fast? There ain't no way. No way. It's like, to me, it's like, man, you can't, there's no way. And there wasn't no way. I didn't know about copy and paste neither. I didn't know about all that. So in my mind, in my ignorant mind, I'm like, when I first got started on here and watching you guys go through doing some of this, and I was like, there ain't no way that these people are typing all this crap in this fast. There's no way. There's no possible way. And sure enough, I wasn't wrong. Hey, there's Gen X in the house, man. There he is. What's going on, man?
What's up, guy? What's up, man?
Good
to see you, man. Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to speak to you like this.
Yes, sir.
Don't you hate the comment thing? Because it's like, by the time you get for me, by the time I get done typing what I really wanted to say, they're already moved on way past what they were talking about, what I was trying to type.
When I respond to you, by the time you get to it, I'm like, I don't even know if he'll remember what the hell I responded to.
And I probably won't. It's like, I've already gotten used to it. Like, I just know that there's no way when y'all are lighting up the comments, I can't keep up. Like, dude,
nah, might as well just, yeah.
I have to just like, okay, guys, I got to go back through and see if somebody said something that they wanted me to address. Like, you really can't keep up with, like, I try. But, dude, when you guys are in there, like, chatting it up, there's no way. There's no way.
No, it gets the movement, especially when the music's good. I mean, everybody's lit up and it just starts. I'm like, okay.
Now,
he's just going to leave us alone.
If I was just sitting and reading, I'd be good. But, like, trying to talk, like, I can't read right now and talk to you because I get lost between what's being said and talking to you at the same. Or if it was Shine, if me and him were talking, it's like you got to talk and then stop talking and then go over to the comments and then read through the comments and then come back over, then start talking again. So, hey, man, well, shout out to you coming on. I appreciate you being here, man. Welcome to Creating Change. Welcome to Good Vibes After Dark. It's the same as Good Vibes. It's just after dark.
It's after dark. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
You know, I know people often question my creativity. But that's how I come up with it. It is dark, so I just figured after dark seemed to work well for the title.
Sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. I mean, it's just it sounds a little looser, you know, like a little bit more laid back than the day shift, you know.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to bring a little bit looser element. That you read my mind.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But hey, it is I do know your name, but I'm gonna ask if it's okay. I'll let you tell me that it's okay to address you by Clint, right?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Clint, it is, man, I know that you have a YouTube handle, and I do too, but it's like, I don't want you calling me Creating Change. Like, my YouTube channel is Creating Change, but my name is Guy. Like, I don't mind. Like, I get why some people don't want, like, I understand the whole concept, but for me, it's like, at this point, everything about me is public anyway. So it's like,
I feel you there.
It's like, I can't hide. And if you're willing to come this deep in the mountains to come stalk me, well, then say hi to the grizzly bear that's there beside you. That's stalking me too. You know what I mean? So,
I feel you, brother.
Well, Clint, I got a couple questions for you, man. You're in, go ahead, do what you gotta do.
What's up?
So you're just a few hours to the west of me. I'm in Southwest Virginia, like about an hour outside of Bristol in Tazewell
I'm
County.
straight up. I'm straight up 81. I'm
You're
straight up
north
81.
you're north of me. Okay.
I'm at the
Okay.
top. I'm at the top of the point of VA,
Okay. I know where okay.
and
Okay.
you're over here at the other point, right?
Yep, yep. I'm at I guess if you're looking at it from where you're at, I'm almost due south. Like in I'm just a touch over from Roanoke on the map. I'm in between
Oh, okay,
Roanoke and Bristol. If you know where
okay.
Roanoke is, you know where Bristol
Mhm.
is. I'm about halfway in between there, headed towards Tennessee. You know
Well,
that.
Roanoke's at the bottom. Roanoke's at the bottom of my valley. I'm in the Shenandoah Valley, and Roanoke's
Yep.
like the bottom. And
Okay.
then, and I've been down to Bristol and Tennessee and all that
Okay.
many a time. But
Okay.
man,
Yeah.
you ain't even noticed my head wear, man.
I
Like,
did. It's so normal to me. It's so. It's like it's so normal to me that it was like I didn't even know. It was like, dude,
that's
that is
sad.
so.
That's
Hold on,
sad.
hold on. You're not the only one.
I had to make mine like a Scully, man. I like Scullies.
Well,
There it is. There
I
it is.
mean, you know, daggone it. Oh man, I accidentally hit you. Sorry. I
He just
lost
dissed
you.
me right
I hit the
off.
button. I didn't mean to. Hey, but shout out to Aluminum Hat. Hey,
hmm
oh, that's a nice fit. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yes, sir.
It
It's
is
after dark,
nice.
man.
It is nice. It is nice. I like that. I like that. Hey, good thought. I'm glad that you remembered the full.
Oh,
Everybody's had.
I've been waiting on this for like a month. I was like, man, as soon as I go on that show, I'm doing it. And I saw the minute do it, and I was like, yeah, I got to get it on that.
Yeah, she had her little girl, dude. I was like, man. I mean, if nothing else, I win. I just won. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. That was
But
the
you
best
know,
ever, though.
that little thing right there, back when I had first come on here and started trying to find my, when you for me when I first started, man, I was like, you sit up real straight doing your videos and like, it just not who you are. That's just not who
No,
you are. And I finally was starting to kindly get like where it was like, screw it, like the heck with it. I don't care what anybody thinks. So I'm sitting in here one day and I'd really gotten frustrated. I think I had just downloaded Canva, but I had also just got this computer. So therefore, I didn't know, no, dude, I didn't know. I didn't even know how to pretty much turn the computer on. So for me to actually use Canva was not an option, man. It was just an app. That's all it was for me. And I'd gotten frustrated, couldn't get nothing done. There wasn't. It was like, man, this I don't. This so I'm in here and I make his full hat out of. I'm like frustrated and I'm like, I'm trying to make fun of people just in my own mind. I wasn't on video or nothing, but I'm like, these stupid people, they got to be wearing a hat. There's got to be some kind of trick to something. So I'm like just trying to clear my head, just trying to just being ignorant. And I made me a full hat. And then I'm like, that ain't no more dumb than what everybody else does on YouTube. I'm gonna have me a little, you know what I mean? So then it was like I made me a film. The whole thing was about just me making fun of people on YouTube, and it was as sincere like a frustration make fun of. Like I don't know how y'all do this. I don't know how you do the edits. I don't know how you do the lightning bolts and the because I was trying to like learn how. I was trying to like take my regular videos and learn how to do the simple edits and all, and it just wasn't coming for me, bro. Like I didn't get it. Like just sitting here for
it's a
me,
little tough.
it's
It's a little
hard.
tough. It really,
It's
you know,
hard,
I
man.
do everything on my phone, and my problem was with CapCut and Canva and all that is like I'm not scared to push buttons. I know it ain't going to blow up,
Right.
So, but once I get like a certain way, I would get doing good, figuring things out, and I'd get halfway through a video, then I'd hit a button and erase everything, and I'd have to start all over again. And that's what
Yeah.
was getting me. I was like, man, I can't. I can't
Yes.
do this. I can't,
Yes.
but I've gotten a little bit better, I mean, you just gotta play with it.
It's a
And
trial and
somebody
error.
pointed out to me,
Yep.
you got
And
somebody
don't.
smart that can point things out. You're good.
It is. It helps. But you know what? It also just being willing to go back to the basics.
hmm
Um, I'm going to tell you, I reached a point on my guitar. I equate everything back to this thing because I've been trying to figure this thing out for 30 years, 25 years of my life. And I reached a point where I was just stuck. The only thing I could really do up until about 2 years ago was I could put chords to songs. I could write songs and I could put chords to it and I could play the chords and I could sing it. And that was it. And I was stuck, dude. I was trying so hard to learn how to do other stuff, but I had never humbled myself to, okay, well, let's go back to square one. Let's start at the beginning and actually learn what this thing means, what things mean, what is a chord. What I didn't even know what a chord. To me, a chord was all 6 strings. You strum them, and that makes the chord. I didn't know that it only took 3 notes out of the scale to make a chord. I didn't know it was just the 1, 3, and the 5. I didn't know nothing about all that. So when I started and I humbled myself and I backed up to kindergarten level and then started back through and started breaking bad habits and started learning why that things do what they do, then it opened up avenues. Now, pretty much anything anybody plays, if they play a chord pattern, then I can probably find it and do something with it. That doesn't mean it's going to be something fantastic. No, it just means that I can find a little something to play. I can find some chord tones to accent in there. But that's just like with this YouTube thing. You have to give yourself the little bit of humility and time it takes to learn. That's why, like, my best friend or anybody that might even think about starting a YouTube channel, or anybody that was asked me, just start. Just get you something out there and share it. And then that gives you a starting point. And then try to get better each little time. Do a little something a little different each time. And if it's just a little tiny bit, well, if you do it for several days in a row doing that, next thing you know, that little tiny bit adds up to a big chunk that you've done improved and you don't even realize it. It starts to feel natural. I know for me, Clint, the more I hit record and the more I come on live and the more I do, the easier it gets. For me, you know, when I start thinking about back when, I guess for me, it wasn't about the going live part. Never had no problem with that. It was the idea that I didn't have no clue about exactly how this stuff worked. Like, dude, I didn't know. Like, you know, going live and stuff, like, I didn't even know how to set. I'm like, okay, they want me to name it? Okay, I'm going live. That's what I'm doing. That's the name of it. I'll go live. Like, okay, like, I don't know what the name of it. There's nothing going to happen. I'm just going live, you know. But Miss Tajmir and I, we went on live together. My very first live together with someone. I did one before. I did a few before that by myself. But Tajmir, she'll always have kind of that special, you know, kind of a spot, just because we and her went on together and got this chance like this right here to kind of sit and talk personally with one another and kind of just know each other and everything. But yeah, it's just always cool when this YouTube thing, man. It's so new to me that meeting people like you. Like, you're really not that far. Like, and Shine, like Shine Dig, like, well, he's even closer to you if you think about it. Like
he's not far at all.
It's not that far. Like,
it's really not.
It's not. And like Brother William, like, he's not that far. Like, if you start thinking about it and like you get in a vehicle and you start driving, next thing you know, you're there. You're like, you're meeting. So if you build relationships properly, even through this YouTube journey, you can actually make relationships that connect at some point, that are like real, like, hey, man, I'm going to be in your area. You want to meet for lunch? You know what I'm saying? Or
now let me ask you. Did you expect that? Did you expect relationships on this platform?
No.
Me either.
No.
Me either. I saw it as a possibility of getting monetized, maybe making a couple extra bucks and having some fun for myself. I didn't expect to meet people. I didn't see it as like, I just didn't expect to. I almost looked at other YouTubers like they were going to be coworkers, you know, like people that done the same thing as me. And now I'm in like 3 or 4 communities of just people I wish I could go meet. Like, I want to go knock on their door. I want to go have coffee with them. I want to, you know, I just, you know, it's just, I didn't see that coming. What I came into YouTube to do is not what I'm doing. Like, what I'm doing is not what I approached it as. It's none of that happened. None of that.
No.
None of that happened. It is
No.
totally. Even what I thought I was going to talk about, I talked about one video and I was just like, nope, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
And
I feel
no,
you.
it's not. It's just it kind of drives itself. It kind of you don't drive on YouTube. YouTube takes you down the road, is what it
It
does.
does. It does, especially when you free yourself up to the point where it's like, hey man, I'm just gonna put things out that I feel good about. Like that's seriously how I judge what I want to put out. I don't go to what's trending. I don't go to the different. I know there's tools that I can find stuff, but when I go to make a
Hmm.
video, I make what I want to make. I sit
Yeah,
down, I talk what I want to talk about because
yeah,
my whole process, I didn't realize it when I started, like you're talking, but when I started making these videos, I started finding that man, as I started making them, I was connecting dots for myself and getting things audibly said that I needed to say, and then somehow when I shared it out, it was the world's to deal with at that point.
yeah,
I didn't have to deal
yeah,
with it no more. You can have this now. I've got this
yep.
out. You can take this and do what you want with it. And it's such a freeing. I don't know how to say it other than it's a therapy. It's a
It
therapy for
is.
me.
It is.
It's
It
the
is.
oddest thing. I never thought. Now that's where it was different for me. I never started this thing thinking about there ever being any type of a therapeutic something involved in it. Like that's why that like when I started my journey trying to figure out, what's going to be my my I don't want to say niche, but how am I going to approach this that I can do this consistently? That I what is it that guy can do every day and feel good about? And that's where good vibes for me came in at. Was like I know that I could on a daily basis get on and just have fun, laugh, play some music, learn how to do some things and meet people. I could do that on a consistent basis and it not be difficult for me. And I can share of myself because I've reached a point in my life where there's nothing that embarrasses me no more as far as things I had to live through or things that may have happened along the way. Now it's a freeing experience to share it. Hope that other people can learn from it. Hope that they can get something out of it and let it go and let the world have it and they can do what they want with it and no negative comment by whatever they want to say is fine with me because I've give it to you now. You can have it. And
Hmm.
that brings me to another point. You talk about making these relationships on YouTube. And it reinstills in me as a young Christian man, a Christian man. I'm not young no more, but I'm young in my faith, truly in my faith. I've always known of being a Christian. And I believe I was always a Christian, but I wasn't a practicing Christian. As I'm not a Bible thumper, but what I mean is I try to just live a good life. I try to be good to people. I try to not do harm to nobody. I just want to just be a peaceful man. I don't want to have no issues with people. But that was the one thing that reassured me about the power of the Holy Ghost and the Spirit of Christ and the power of Jesus and that connection that you create with people, and they may refer to it as just good vibes, they may refer to it as just positive energy. I don't care what you call it. For me it just reaffirms in me that there's powers that reach out way past this little screen and these little phones, and there's things that happen that we can't see and maybe we don't understand. I explain it as being a Christian. Maybe somebody else explains it as something else and the stars aligned or
Hmm.
whatever it is that you want to call it. But there is a power in the connection of people's words, and especially, and I think that's why that coming on live helps to like with people like yourself. You do great videos and you're intriguing. So therefore you come on live and you give people an opportunity to see that person unedited, Walmart style as I refer to it. When people say they're nervous, when people say they're nervous about going on live, I say, well, do you get nervous about talking to your friend when you run into them at Walmart? Well,
Yeah.
no. No, I stand and talk to them. Well, you're live. you're live in front of people at Walmart. You don't
Yep.
worry about making mistakes or saying something a little wrong or misspeaking. It's no different. Hit and play on here. You're live at
Yep.
Walmart. You're live.
Yep.
It's no different to me, man.
It's
If
not. In
you're
Walmart, you're on 50 cameras. You're on
ex-
50 cameras.
and there's people walking all around, and there's
Yeah.
judgment all around, and it's like
All around.
if you're not afraid to go to Walmart, run into your friend or your family member and talk to them for a half hour, standing in the middle of the aisle taking up space at people trying to get to their stuff. If you're not afraid to go and talk to somebody there, then just hit live and go. Just go for it, because there's no difference, and it gives people that chance. I've been wanting to get to talk to you like this because I was intrigued by the person that you are, but then it also gives me the opportunity to hear the words that come out of your mouth in direction at me, just like we're
Yes,
having
sir.
a conversation. So,
Yeah.
there's a power in, doing this live stream when you're into it. When you have, if you're honest with yourself and you say, well, I'm in it for monetization, or I'm in it to do this, and I want to build up an audience and stuff, well, then live stream to me is the best way to go about it, because it gives people
Mhm.
an opportunity to see you make mistakes, man. People want to
I,
see you make mistakes.
I need to do my lives. I haven't started lives. It's not that, I've been on probably 5 or 6 lives with people
Oh
by
yeah.
now. But I'm not nervous about lives. I'm like you. I'm
Yeah.
personable. I like
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
My thing is I don't have a show or a co-partner or nothing. I don't know exactly what I want to talk about a couple times a week. I just ain't
Right.
put that together yet.
Right.
I don't play musical instruments, so I can't entertain nobody. And there's a couple things I'm good at, but like that's 1 or 2 shows. Like I want a path of what I'm going to do regularly before I start it. I don't want to
Yeah.
just jump in it because I get overwhelmed. If I
Yeah.
start to feel like I'm failing, I'll shut down. I'll
Yeah.
just be like, "It's nope, this ain't no
No.
good. That's a wrap," and I
Yeah.
probably won't reapproach it. So I
Right.
kind of want a path. I just don't. I don't know. And I'm not in no rush. Like
Right.
it's not
Right.
stressing me. All these YouTubers are, oh, I need to hurry up, get my hours, and this, dude. I like it'd be cool, but I don't care. Like if it
Right.
don't happen, I'm still gonna be here next year with 300 subs and
Yeah.
200 hours. I
Yeah.
don't care. So
Well,
that's just I
if
want a
you
path.
don't approach it that way, you won't be able to sustain it. Because
Yeah, and that's
I
it.
have I got people in my little circle, and people that I see, and I'm sure that you do as well, that it's not that I don't, that I want to see them do good. But the
Hmm.
way that I see them going about it, I think, how are they going to sustain that? How are they going to keep doing that? And that's
Yeah,
kind of where I'm at with myself, is like, and I see it with you, the way you're explaining it. Like, I want to see that it's something I can sustain. Why start something and know full well that, dude, this is going to get old to me in a month and I ain't going to do this? Like, why
exactly.
even
And
start that?
and it might be the old country boy in me, but also it's not only for me, but I don't want to start something for people that starts watching me and then I fail them because I can't continue it.
I,
They get involved for a month, 2 months, and then boom, I fail and I shut it down. And
yep,
I don't know. I take it personal.
yep.
It's just something that was instilled in me.
Well,
If I give you something, I want to be able to give it to you.
mm, well, I can tell you, Clint, the way I see it, and I mean, not that this means anything, but I'll just say it. I think anything that you're interested in, that you would be willing to talk about, whether it be hobby, whether it be lifestyle, whether it be something you're going to do, or some kind of new gadget that you might have that you think's awesome. I think if you bring that piece of personality that I see in your videos, and it takes personality to edit a good video. To me, you've got to use your personality as you edit your video in order to create a good edited video. If you don't use your personality as you do it, it looks fake. It's like, that
Yes.
didn't mean it. But I watch your videos and I watch your editing, and I'm like, okay, I see him using his imagination. He's using his style in his editing. So I feel like that whenever it is that you do decide to go live, if you're to take the approach of just adding that genuineness into it, the sense of humor, the little sayings, the little phrases, and those little key elements that let's be honest, if you can't hold people's attention, it doesn't matter if you can get 5,000 to your thing. If they're only going to stay for 30 seconds, then you might as well only have two. So I see it like, if just being able to come on, and just like you did with me this evening, within a matter of 30 seconds, we're personalized, it's cool, everybody's comfortable, and it's like, okay, let's bullshit for a little while. And I think if you're able to figure out how to meld that little style into whatever it is that you decide to do, I think that's the winning element. I think that's the key to
I think my path. I think no, like I said, I don't like thinking on YouTube because nothing I thought has turned out the way I thought it was going to be. But I think my path for lives is going to be having another person on live with me. I think because if I got somebody to bounce off of, I can talk all day long. I'm like you, brother. I don't know how me and you are going to be able to communicate for very long because we're too much alike. Like we like to talk, And so if I got somebody to bounce off of, I'll go all night long. We'll be here till 6 a.m.
Yeah, me too.
It's just the way it is.
I'm that guy. Hey, I know. I'm that guy that you can't dude, if you're going to ask me a yes or no question a lot about a 15, 20 minute, I will give you the yes or no. But you're going to have to go on a journey with me. Not that I'm afraid to give you the yes or no. It's just important that you have context for the answer.
You need to understand my yes and no.
You need to know why that there's a yes or a no there, or then you'll understand why I can't give you a yes or no with this.
Exactly.
It's impossible. But I'm with you, and I'm just going to tell you, man. I mean, there's if that's something that you're looking for on a couple day basis, there is definitely opportunity out there.
Mm-hmm.
For you, depending on what kind of way you're willing to go. And I just throw it out that if there's ever any way that I can be a part of helping that, then just know that I'm open. I'll help you along in that journey. If I can ever be a part, that would be fun. And maybe to help you find what you're looking for, and me too. Because you can't limit yourself. You can't say, well, I'm stuck on this or I'm stuck on that. You have to say, okay, well, what avenues fit along with what I've already got going on. So for me, if there's ever a way that I can help Clint out, Gen X, I see your style and I see how I know what you're talking about, that feedback off of people. And the way that me and Sean found one another was not exactly like this, but it was through videos, and it was through like, hey man, would you be interested in an email, or would you be interested maybe, eventually talk, just little steps, commenting in each other's comment section. And then next thing you know, it's, hey man, would you be interested maybe talking one evening, and then now we're doing a live stream together and we talk on a personal level, quite often. And those are the type, like you said, dude, I'd never imagine that I would ever have someone that I would say, man, I call him my friend. Like that dude's my friend. Like I call you now, like you're my friend. Yeah. Like we're making a friendship here. This ain't a YouTube thing. It's like, to me, it's like there's gonna come a day I'm headed north on 81 and I'm gonna be like, hey yo, I'm about 50 miles from such and such town. Where are you at? You know what I mean? Yeah. What restaurant can you meet me at?
I'm on my way to you. Pull over next to so and so, and I'll see you at so and so.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like that. It blows my mind. The circle. It's like, wow, it just made my circle so much bigger. Like I'm in a small town, man. I mean, let's just be honest.
Well,
if you ain't got a lot of money to go places, then you ain't got there's not a whole lot of opportunity elsewhere. So just finding a platform where I could get on and just maybe meet 2 or 3 other people or just get to say hi to other people was like mind blowing to me. But now starting to build these connections up that it don't have nothing to do with YouTube no more. Like YouTube may shut down, but I'm still going to be thinking about Brother William. I'm still going to be thinking about Shine. I'm still going to be thinking about Clint. I'm still going to be thinking about Sister B. I'm still going to be thinking about my peoples that have been Magic of Healing. I'm going to be thinking, if I lost my YouTube page and could never get back on YouTube in my mind, I'd be thinking, well, I wonder what they're doing. You know, like, because I've created a relationship in my mind. Like, if I'm on live stream, I've said it before, I have this blue thing going on here, and I just know it's friends. Like, I don't have to even read the comment. I can just be talking to Clint or whoever, and I can see that the comments are going by, and I can see, okay, well, those are friends, and those are in blue. They're good people. I can come back and read that message. That's you know, let it go. And man, it's like it's made my circle go from being a real small circle to it's like I see it expanded, and I find it as being great. Like,
Yeah, I think it's cool.
you're not going to ask too much time of me. Like, if I don't have the time, I'll just tell you. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I will say, look, I can't dedicate no more time. But you know, when you start finding that people want to call and talk to you for a few minutes, or they want to come on live and talk to you for a few minutes, it's like, well, dude, I needed to talk too. Like, I'm glad somebody wanted to reach out. Brother William, me and him, we was talking before I come on live today. I just needed a dude to talk to. I just needed somebody to get some stuff off my, like, I needed to tell somebody about finding my daughter. Like, in my mind, I just had to get that out. Like, I needed to say it out loud. Like, dude, I found, like, she's my daughter. And I know that sounds so crazy because I've been talking about it on live for days now, but dude, it's overwhelmed my brain. And I just needed to have somebody to say, dude, I love it, man. That's awesome. You know, like, I get it and be happy with me. Like, because I'll be honest, dude, it made a weird spot. You know, you got to realize, like, my wife and I lost a baby girl, and, you know, my wife had to deal with her side of me finding a daughter I didn't know I had. And then, you know, I've got other and it just made it's not weird now, but at first it made it hard because I'm like, I want to empathize with this side. I want to empathize with this side. I want to empathize. But then I also got me, and I'm thinking, well, dang on. I mean, I'm trying to deal with some stuff myself. Like, I got a daughter I didn't know I had. And it's like, you know, so it's like been so overwhelming. So just like, you know, finding other people that actually care. Like, you know, like me, like I feel like they really care. They might be faking, might not even care, but sound sincere to me, and it makes me feel like they do, and that's fine with me. You know what I mean? Until otherwise, but that's been such a blessing, Clint. Such a blessing, man.
I think considering the situation that it is, it's the best way that situation could have happened. Like I've seen some Jerry Springer stuff, and you know, considering what it was, like, I don't think it could have went any better. You couldn't have asked for a better man to accept it. You couldn't have asked for a better kid to want to find her dad. You know, it's just it's as good as that situation could be, and I think you're blessed on that. And I think it's a cool story. You know, I think it's a song. I think it's a whole soundtrack.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
It just turned into a country song, dude.
It's a whole soundtrack, man. It's a whole soundtrack, man. Like, there's 17 years of songs in there.
That's a fact, dude. Golly, man. Hey, I don't know about you, Clint, but does the full hat sweat you?
Oh, I was getting ready to say, dude, I'm getting hot as hell, man. Can we take this thing off?
Man. I know. I was like, God, because there's no air movement, man. I was like, I don't want to say it, but it's like I'm dying over here, man. Like,
I was scared to bring it up because it's your thing, and I was like, no, I'm not going to bitch up in front of them. I ain't doing it.
This is the wintertime version. I haven't made the summertime version yet.
Oh, yeah, that thing's soaking inside. Good God.
Hey,
I think I lost 2 pounds.
That's what my head is soaking wet, dude. Like, daggone, dude, I'm greasy now. Hey, but
It's
hey,
all.
man, I'm so happy you come. I'm gonna read through our comments. We got Blissfully Renee. We got Tiff 420. Hey, Blissfully Renee, I seen your comment. Can you come on? Hey, next time you are on, leave me a comment, and the next time, yes, come on. Sorry, I just now coming back over here to my comments section, man. I'm sorry. Me and Clint, this is the first time we got to talk, so I got my head wrapped around us getting to speak for a minute. I see you, Magic Healing. I see you, Sister
B
B.
B clowning on me, man. She said I got
Is
a baked
it?
potato here with that thing
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a sweaty
on.
baked potato too, man.
It is. It is.
Oh man, like I needed to put some antiperspirant like all over my head before I put the full hat on, bro. I see
Yeah.
you, Miss
Yeah.
Amina. Tiff 420. Shout out to Tiff 420 and 420
Hey,
indeed.
Tiff.
I see you there. Shout out to you. Hey, I'm not even gonna try and go back through all them comments. I'll wind up lost in the sauce and all the way. Sweat Lodge After Dark, White Lotus, and Fake Memories. I know who you are too. Oh, the White Lotus, old Gaston man. He's in there sneaking
I love
around
old
on us
Gaston,
right
man.
there. Hey,
That's a solid
yeah,
dude right there.
yeah, he is, man. Hey, that's another one, man. Like, I stopped in it's funny because I don't I stopped in at his channel. Somehow it come up on my feed. It might have been through Rock's music. I can't remember. But anyway, I wound up seeing Gaston's guitar covers. I went to his thing and I was like, dude, that was really good. Like you see some, like for me, I'll see some and I'm like, all right, that was all right. And then I'll
Hmm.
see some that I'm like, hey, you know what, that was actually pretty. Like I almost like that better than I did the original song. Like I like that. So I left him a comment and something that simple now. Now that dude is a solid dude in my life. Like anytime he wanted to call or text or email or anything, I always would accept it and be willing to talk to him about anything he wanted to talk about. And that was all just through one comment. And then the next thing you know, it leads to now in my life, and I know it seems crazy to say it, but just through YouTube in my life, that's another one of them people that's part of my little circle now.
Hmm.
And over time, he'll become part of that tight circle because he'll just keep
Hmm.
being like, okay, man, And same way with you, like you come part of that circle now, and it's like, and it's all through a YouTube, like
It's all through YouTube.
mind
And
blowing.
it's all random. Like I come across y'all through Flash. Chris the Flash, man.
Chris, yeah,
I was in his live, I think, and he was getting ready to end the live one day. He said, I'm gonna end y'all. I gotta hop over and see Shine. Well, I didn't know what that meant. I really
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? He says these guys they do a music show and stuff. I'm like, all right, man, give me the link. So he gave me the link. I come over and like I ain't left
That's
since.
awesome.
Like I
That's
ain't left
awesome,
since. I
man.
was like, okay, I'm home. And then I heard you mention Virginia. I'm like, oh yeah, this
Yeah,
is
we're
where I need to be in
neighbors.
the morning. And you
Yeah,
had just started the daily thing. Like you had just
yeah.
started it. And I was like, oh, okay, I got somewhere to be every day. Like I ain't got to turn the radio on my morning show no more. I got a morning show now. I'm good.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's awesome.
and I ain't left since. I ain't
That
left.
is awesome, man.
You
I'm
know, I
so,
love it.
dude. It's like this, man. I say it with the full sincerity. I would just soon have 10 people that are enjoying what I'm doing than to have 10 million fake people here for
Yep.
something that I can't offer them.
Well, you said it at the beginning of the show. We're in the real world. If we want fake and BS and drama and all that craziness, we got plenty of that.
you got
We
all
don't need to
kinds.
bring that here. We don't need to bring that here. Right here, you let me give me 10 real people that actually think like me and sincere and enjoy the things I like, and we're going to get along great.
It's all it's
You know,
about, man. It's like you got
you
such
know.
a powerful. It's like I would feel like you got such a power to not be a part of things that it seems ridiculous to me to allow yourself to be a part of things that maybe are negative. In my life, I can't
Mhm.
afford it these days. I don't want it in my life. So
Yeah,
the power of my thumb is so powerful that it don't affect.
I'm
I'll
trying
just
to.
flip right on past and never look back.
I'm
Like
trying
rear
my
view
best to
mirror.
learn that, man. I'm
Like
trying to learn that. Like I think I know that, but then when I got drawn into it yet the other day,
I feel
somebody
you.
kept chirping my name, and the old Clint put his mask on. He just couldn't take it no more. It's just like,
Yep,
and
I
then, and then
know.
somebody hit me on the back channels and be like, "Hey, calm down. This ain't who you are no more." Blah blah
Yeah,
blah. And thank God for her because, yeah, like
I
dude, I
just
wanted to hop in the truck. I wanted to hop in
doesn't
the
it
truck. It was that bad. I
doesn't
wanted
it
to hop in
make
the
you
truck,
mad,
man.
dude? It's like
It does.
I sit. I'm the kind of dude that, you know, I can respect anything you want to say if you can say it properly, and if you can
Yes.
say it with use proper vocabulary. Um, but I'm also the kind of guy that it's like, you know, once I told you that I've had enough, I don't know how many more times that you think I'm going to say it before that I show you I've had enough.
Hmm.
And, you know, when I put myself in a position where I put you in my rearview mirror, to me, your best bet's to put me in your rearview mirror
Exactly.
because I don't want nothing else to do with it. You're not going to get no more time from me. I'll never speak your name again. I will never promote anything about you, good or bad, because yeah, there is a such thing as good and bad promotion. It's all
Hmm.
advertisement though. So to me, I will
Hmm.
never give credence to that kind of stuff. But I would also appreciate it if they just kept my name out of their mouth and don't say false things about me. There's enough plenty true things. If you want to really dig in, then there's enough true things for you to say about me than to have to go around and say any kind of lie. And I have to address this. For any of us to come on here and suggest that we're going to do something that's 100% original, you're fooling your damn self because you're not. Somebody's already
No.
thought of something. Somebody's already done it a little something like you. The only part that makes anything that you're going to do on here original is you. You're the
Yep.
part that makes it original. And
Yep.
if anybody out there is foolish enough to think that they can be anything that I am or that I could be anything that they are, I might be able to be a little piece, might be able to be a little dot. You might be able to be a little piece of what I or a little
Hmm.
dot of what I, but the only thing that makes any of us original is us. Everything
Exactly.
else has been done. There's nothing I can do on my guitar that somebody else ain't probably already done a million different times, 1,000 different ways, 100 times better than me. There's no topic that I could probably bring up that somebody hasn't had a better, loftier notion on than what I'll ever have. The only
Hmm.
part that makes it original is me.
Yep.
And, when people go around suggesting that somehow because they had some penal thought in their head, that, or they tried something and because they couldn't achieve what they see as the proper attainment of that goal, and they see someone else possibly getting to that point, then they want to try to badmouth them. It just lets you know you're on the right track. You're on the right
Hmm.
track because they see that what they thought they wanted to do is really not what they could do. They see
Hmm.
what it should be like. And,
Yep.
but it's also like if you would just have humbled yourself up, then there would have been an extension of an arm here waiting to push
Exactly.
you up,
Exactly.
waiting,
Exactly.
you know.
The
There's no
other,
reason.
like 3 days ago, I made a video, and at the end of the video, it was my gratitude video,
Hmm.
on my gratitude challenge day. And at the end of it, I said I even want to give gratitude to my haters, and there's one in specific. Pretty sure you know who. And I said, as long as you want to keep using my name to help make you a couple dollars and make your channel bigger, by all means, thank me later.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they don't even want to thank me for it. It's like it's, and
Yeah.
but I needed to remember today that I said that 3 days ago. Like I let this person pull me in yesterday. I'm like, no, I'm just
No,
keep
don't give no
keep spitting
credence
my
to
name
it.
out. Keep spitting my name out.
Yeah.
I hope my name makes you big.
You're
I don't
living
know
rent
how.
free. You're living
Yeah,
rent free in that brain cavity. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because
I
I
don't know
stay
how.
Clint, I stay incognito. Most of the time, 90% of the time when I'm on a live, watching somebody or supporting somebody, you never see me comment.
Mhm.
Because there is a handful that one, I don't have no feedback for anything. So it's like I don't really have nothing to say, or I'm busy and I don't have time to really be. I'm just trying to help. I'm there. I've hit my like
Mhm.
button and I'm listening. It's playing. Um, but when I go in and I see these comments, and then I see the part that I don't like. This is the part that I don't like is when I'm in the background and it happens to be a conversation that's about me or about something to do with me, and it winds up being brought up in a negative manner with a bunch of people in there that may or may not know me, then whether that person means to or not, they're putting me in a bad light by even bringing it
Mhm.
up. If you have something to share with me that you feel like that is something I need to know, share it with me, but share it with me. But to share it on a live stream or to air a grievance on a live stream, to me, is bringing street beefs into it. And I'm not about that. I'm about creating change. Creating change is about letting that stuff go and good vibes. We are respectful and we talk about anything we want to talk about, but we approach it in a way that is respectful to both sides, whether it's something I agree with or don't agree with. If you can
Mhm.
approach me as a man with respect, and I can give you that same respect back as a man and allow you to have that space. But I get so aggravated with trying to. I feel like that. I feel that pressure, and I feel it quite often these days of trying to be pulled into something that I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of street beefs. If I want to be a part of street beefs, there's plenty of hat rocks and hillbillies out here I can go scrape and scrap with all I want and really
Mhm.
get some knuckle time in. I don't want no
Mhm.
more of that crap. I want to bring a show to people. I want to try to bring enlightenment to people. I want to talk about things that I know about because that is wisdom. Things you've lived through, things that you have been through. That's true wisdom. That's lived wisdom. I want to talk about those types of things. I want to have people on like you that have insight and want to share with me things that they've been through or things that they have on their brain so that others that are listening may can work. Sometimes just somebody saying something in a certain way, a phrase being turned a certain way, will be like, dude, that made so much damn like, yes, I love that. I'm
Mhm.
going with that, man.
Yep.
I believe that so hard, wholeheartedly, because it's worked in my life. Just hearing certain, I can remember, man, and I always harken back to my penitentiary days. But I was locked up for a while, man, and I seen a lot of fake dudes and a lot of fake people, and we had people come in, counselors and whatnot, and all this, and they try to tell you all these lofty notions and what you should or shouldn't do. And I never really got anything from that. But the ones that I did get from was the ones that was dudes that 2 years ago he slept in bunk 14 over there on the bottom, and he got out, and I got a job at this little spot, and now I've been there for a year and a half, and I've gotten 3 raises, and now I've got a girlfriend, and I rented my first apartment. That was the man that caught my attention. That was the
Mhm.
one that pulled me in. That was the one that has something that I could feel, something that I could hear because he'd been in that same bunk. He'd been in that same spot. He'd been right over there reading them same damn books, dreaming about getting out of here and getting started over again. And he did it. And he's doing it. And he's here telling me about it. And I can pick that
Watch,
up. I
watching the
got that.
same 5 inch television that I
Well,
was,
yes,
just
yes. But that counselor that was in a cushy little
Mhm.
college somewhere at JMU, going through their little college routine and partying it up for 4 years, and then coming in and trying to tell me some kind of stuff out of some book that I could pretty much plagiarize myself because I probably read the same book and I'm pretty good at memorizing too. Uh, but that's not what I'm about. That didn't make me feel nothing. But the dude
Mhm.
that's standing there, that was in here for 10 years, that now has worked his way up and got his own apartment and a girlfriend and making it, man. He's doing it, dude. He just got his first car and finance, and it's like, man, I want to hear his story. I want to hear the
Mhm.
struggle. I want to hear, because then that lets me know, like, okay, I go through enough struggle, I can get there too. I can get
Mm-hmm.
back to that too, because I'm the man
Mm-hmm.
that's sitting there. I was only about 6 payments from having my first home paid for when I went to prison. I'd been married for 10 years. I'd been living on my own since I was 19. While I was in prison, my wife divorced me. My house gone, car's gone. The only thing that I had left was 4 trash bags of clothes that she dropped off at my mom and dad's house that I hadn't lived at in 10 years. So, I'm sitting there thinking, now this is the guy that I want to hear from, because I'm getting ready to go out and hit the same, that I don't have nothing. I don't have a vehicle. The only thing, fortunately, thank God, I had a mom and dad that loved me, and I had a home. I had somewhere to rest my head, and my boss man, my job was waiting on me. I had a job to go to, but it was like, dang, like just hearing the inspiration out of that man's voice, like, hey man, just keep asking for jobs, just keep showing up, keep doing what you're doing. And he told a little story. He said, man, and I done a video on it a long time ago. I didn't do a good job, but I tried. But it was just about like, you know, you got everything, every skill that you need to be successful in life. You got it right here in the penitentiary. You've learned how to keep yourself on a schedule. You've been forced to. You've been forced to wake up. You've been forced to wait for dinner. You've been forced to wait for things that you really wanted, which is how it works in the real world. You don't get it right
Mm-hmm.
now. You've been forced to get along with people that you don't know nothing about, different races, different colors, different creeds, different backgrounds, different everything. That's a skill, because when you grow up in a small town like mine, you learn to live with small town people. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
have that extended area. So you go somewhere like that. If you're willing to, you pick up that and you learn about other people and how other people are, and how to integrate and how to get along with everybody. So, him talking about those things, I was like, dude, because you're looking at a man with tattoos, and you could tell he'd been in the penitentiary because he's well built and just but man, he was talking with such sense, and the things he was saying just touched me in my, like, man. I mean, like, common, like, not book knowledge stuff, but just common sense. Like, dude, you're, like, in my mind, I'm looking at the guy that should have been running. Like, he should have been the boss over the counselors and the other
Mm-hmm.
bit. Like, he should have been the one calling the shots. Like, yo, this is what these men need. You
Mm-hmm.
need to go back to college and actually get a degree that's going to pay you in something that you can learn about. You need to go on back and go to high school, because you probably, like, there was people in there that did not belong in the penitentiary trying to counsel
Exactly.
people. And this guy comes in, like, and it's like, that's real stuff. And that's when, I guess, for me, it was like, you know, after the, if you actually make it through, and you actually do the right thing, then it's those kind of stories that touch people, because it touched me,
Mm-hmm.
man. Like, hearing that dude talk about, like, not having nothing. Like, it's like I had something. Like, at least I had a home. Like, my mom and dad had a home for me to go to. Like, this dude, from the way he talked, I didn't know him personally, but his story was that, man, he left out going to the Red Cross, bro. Like,
Mm.
I mean, it's one thing to get out of prison and go home, like, have a home to go to, but to get out of prison and pretty much, like, you might as well stay in prison if you think. I mean,
Mm.
I mean, let's just be honest. You go to the Red
And
Cross, bro. I mean, that sucks, man. Like, that's not
yeah.
home. So hearing that man, like just express those, like, kind of instilled in me that, man, if you do take the things you live through in life, even though it might, to society, it may seem like you've done something so terribly bad, but we both know that most people are in prison or in there just because they got caught.
Yeah.
Not because they're such bad, but they just got caught. Because most people been doing the same thing. They just ain't got caught yet. Most people
Facts.
drink and drive.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have, and if they were honest, they would say, yes, I have probably been drunken or drank enough that if I'd have got pulled over, I'd have had a DUI, or I'd have been in jail, or if I'd have had an accident, It'd have been enough to send me. I just didn't get caught. Or with drugs, a lot of people, especially my age, your age, and everything. If we were to be honest, if I was to have been pulled over at certain times, I'd have had enough pain pills in my pocket. If they'd have searched me, I'd have been up Crap Creek without a paddle, wouldn't been able to.
Yep.
So, and that was another thing, like in prison, especially coming from a small town, there was a couple guards that I knew personally that I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I would never do them that way. I would never put them on Front Street. But I'm like, dude, you've done more dope than I ever have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've done, like, I know your whole family, man.
Exactly.
Like, get away from me. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you're in a small town like this, or it's not just small town, but you just happen to know people, you know more of your surrounding people. But it's like,
Yeah.
the only reason why that you're a guard here, not an inmate here, is because you just ain't got caught.
Yeah.
You just ain't got caught. You just ain't got caught yet, but you're gonna get caught. And there's been a couple of them that they actually have got caught, and they ain't no guard no more. They're being guarded,
Yep.
But that's one of those things, man. I don't know. This YouTube journey's been such a blessing and a weird twist on life for me.
It is.
Like
It
dude,
is.
it's so like
I've met people I needed to meet. I've met
yeah.
people that say things and tell me things that's because they're on the same path I am, and they're kind of where I'm at, but they might be a little further ahead, and they'll say something like,
Or
"That's
they
what I
might
needed
be
to
a
hear,"
little farther behind.
and I got something to tell them.
Yeah.
I got something to tell them, like, "Hey, man, this is what I did. You maybe think about giving this a shot."
What?
When you were talking about the penitentiary, I was thinking, I did 5 years here,
Okay.
and
Okay.
um, what I learned is there's no rehabilitation in Virginia penitentiary
No.
unless you want to be rehabilitated. You got to
It's on you.
rehabilitate yourself. Yeah, they're not going to. They'll force you to go to a class. They'll force you to do a job, but they're not there to help you at all. They're just there to hold you and to continue punishing you. Like prison isn't the only punishment. Once you get to prison, a lot of them guards feel like they can continue punishing you. Like
Yes.
they feel like it's their duty to put you through stuff. And
I have said
I
that
wasn't the guy for
before.
that. I
Me
wasn't the
neither,
guy
buddy.
for that. I wasn't the guy for that.
Nope,
I
me
just
neither.
wasn't. I mean, I learned, they tried to go hard on me one night, and I learned that they have mace the size of a fire extinguisher. I found that out. This dude brought a can of mace with a hose on it, and it was like 20 of them, and they just shot me down with this shit and drug me to the hole.
Damn.
But I ain't whatever, let's go to the hole, bud, because I'm not doing what you want me to do. Like I accepted my consequences. I'm here. I'm following the rules. I'm not following your rules.
That's right.
Like that's just not the way it's going to work. But then I was young. I was in my mid 20s, and about halfway through my sentence, I just kept acting up, and they shit. I went to Keene Mountain, got in
Yeah,
fights there.
right down the road
Well, I
from you,
start.
man.
Is it all right?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's where
right
I
down the
was.
road. Yeah, dude. Like
I
40
started
minutes.
off in Mecklenburg. I started in Mecklenburg
Yeah.
and went to Keene Mountain. Got shipped out of Mecklenburg because I was acting up. Put me in Keene Mountain. Got in fights there. So then they brought me to Powhatan, stuck me in them building for a while. And then
Yeah,
they gave me
hey,
a hearing.
Powhatan was tough, wasn't it?
That
Like
end bill wasn't
Shawshank
no joke.
Redemption, wasn't it?
Oh man, them rats! Dude, I had to put books on the toilet at night to keep the rats from coming out.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. They
Yeah,
had me
I'm
in it.
glad you know what I'm talking about, dude. I was so scared. I was so scared.
It was a nut job in that place, man.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was, man. I remember them. I remember hearing the sounds that night, and I woke up and looked over, and he come up through the toilet and was looking at me. I was like, "Oh hell no!" So I
Yeah,
started putting
dude.
books on the toilet, and I put my foot locker on top of the book so the rat couldn't push it off.
Yeah.
It was crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It was so they gave me a hearing because of all the trouble I kept getting into. The DOC gave me a hearing and they gave me an option. They were like, all right, you got one of two options. We can reduce your security level because we're overcrowded and the maximum security. We can reduce your security level. We'll send you up near home. You can get visits.
Yeah.
Or we'll put you in Wallens Ridge or Red Onion. I
Yeah,
was like,
man.
man, like
Yeah.
that's
Wallens
23-1
Ridge, tough
lockdown.
money too, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I was like, ooh,
That's tough
no.
money.
So I decided to change my ways.
Yeah.
That was what I
Yeah.
needed to happen. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm
Yeah.
halfway through this. I might be able to make it out. Let me act like I got some sense.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yes, sir.
So they sent me to
That's
Coffeewood, and I finished my time out in Coffeewood up in Culpeper.
okay.
So
Man, I was locked up with several people that came from Coffeewood, man. I
yeah,
was at Powhatan and then Dillwyn there at
deal.
Buckingham.
I
And
think Dealwood is a sister of Coffeewood. I think it's the same. Was it? Were they
it's
dorms?
yeah, it was a dorm setting, level two,
Yeah,
level two, I think maybe level two, three, maybe, or
yes.
maybe
That's
just
what
level
Coffeewood
two.
is. That's what
But
Coffeewood was.
well, then it was right across from we could see Buckingham State Penitentiary
Okay.
right across the yard from us. Then they sent me to let's see, I went jail, Powhatan. Oh, I was only at Powhatan just a little while. Then they sent me across the field to Dillwyn or Deep Meadows
Sweet
at the time.
Meadows.
Sweet
Sweet
Meadows.
Meadows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. And then, hey, I wasn't there, but just like a couple months, like just not long. Like it was like
Yeah.
I was Guy Columbus, dude. They shipped me like every time I got somewhere, they pat me up and ship me, man. But I got there, stayed there for a couple months, and then they shipped me over. It went from jail, Powhatan, over to Sweet Meadows, from Sweet Meadows to Dillwyn. Dillwyn to Botetourt to Harrisonburg, Harrisonburg to home, man. So that I was
Oh, you was up at
shipping.
Camp 8 in
Uh,
Harrisonburg. Harrisonburg, Camp 8, right?
no, I was at when I went to Harrisonburg. That was upon my release to Jermine
Okay.
Shaft, and then I had 6 months. I only had 14 days left before my release date, and they packed me up and sent me to a halfway house for 6 months. Yeah, I didn't have no choice in it. I even had a job
Yeah.
waiting on me, dude. And they shipped me out and was like, but I didn't the penitentiary wasn't the hard part, man. It was just it was me. It was me.
Hmm.
My first year and a half, it was me. It was just
You let,
strictly me. Holding myself, listening to a bunch of other convicts and a bunch of other people that were on their way right back in to the same trouble they were going to that they were already in as soon as they got out. And
hmm
it was finally when I felt like it was like I started listening to people talking. All I wanted to say was like, dude, it didn't work for you the first time. And like, man, what makes you think you're such a good thief because you got
Yeah.
caught for burglary? It didn't work,
Exactly.
I wasn't a
Exactly.
good drug dealer. If I was a good drug dealer,
Exactly.
I wouldn't have got caught. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it's like, and then, like the blame game. Like I could have sat and blamed the dude that snitched on me. I had a friend wear a wire on me. He was strung out on dope. He had called a charge. I knew he had called a charge, but I thought he was friend enough that he wouldn't ever say anything. He'd come to my house, bought a couple pain pills. He wore a wire on me, man. So it's like, I knew in my heart that, man, the law really didn't catch nobody. Like, I ain't nobody, dude. I'm the small You guys didn't
Hmm.
catch. Like, I tried to tell the detectives. It's like, dude, y'all didn't catch nobody, man. Like, I ain't shit. Like, in the big picture, my little script ain't nothing if y'all really want, like if y'all was really doing your job and catching the ones that it's coming from, you start with the pharmacy and the doctors, okay?
Yep.
Because that's where it's
Yep.
coming from. It's like they
Yep.
wanted me to snitch on people, and it's like, dude, unless you want me to wear a wire into the doctor, that's about the only one that I could legitimately snitch on because everybody else is doers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like in
Yeah.
my mind, that's another thing too, man. While we were talking, you mentioned this about there not being no rehabilitation and stuff in there, and they push this whole idea. I don't know about for you, but when I come home, I had I had to go to NA classes, had to go to AA classes, all this kind of nonsense. Well, I'd done been in prison for 3 years. I hadn't been doing no drugs, hadn't been drinking, hadn't been doing none of
Yep.
that. Well, they send you home and they make you go to these things. Well, I swear, the very things that they made me go do. Well, I started running into my buddies again. I started running into my hookups again. Where are they at? They're at the NA classes. They're at the AA classes. Where if they'd have just left me the hell alone, let me go to work, go home, and go to bed, I would have never been at that class. I wasn't doing drugs no more. I'd have been locked up for 3 years. But then you're in there, and they don't give you it the tools that you go there and you waste your time. If you don't take it upon yourself to grow within you, it is a complete waste of time. You've got good, strong back men and women in there. You want the county cleaned up? Well, instead of leaving them locked up for 23 hours a day or 24 hours a day in a little set, I think every one of them would love to pick up trash. I think every one of them would love to go to the car wash and donate their time or clean the cop cars or
100%.
But they had their little picks that they let do that kind of stuff, and then all the rest of you just rot. All the rest of you just lay up and rot. You play cards, dominoes, and learn how to be a better criminal. Apparently, that's it. And like
that's it.
You go there now. It took me with all the times that I was shipped. I didn't have my GED when I went. I had a trade, but I didn't have my GED. And in a carpentry trade, it was a skill-based trade. They didn't care about GED. Can you drive nails, run a saw, read a tape measure, and can you frame this house up for me? Yes.
Yep.
You're hired. That's all they cared about. They didn't care about whether they didn't care about none of that. Well, I was in there and it's like, okay, out of boredom, it's like, well, and I just desired to okay, let me get my GED. I'm in here. Let's get it. Hey, it took me 3 full years to get my GED, not because of me, but because every time I'd get, you'd get shipped, you'd sign up for the GED program. Okay. By the time I would actually get started in the program, they'd ship me again. Then I'd get to the next spot, have to sign up again, wait to get accepted. And then I'd get to the next spot. And by the time I got out, I barely was able to get everything completed and get my GED done before I got out. And that was on a 3-year sentence. And I started trying at the jail. I signed up for GED classes at the local jail about a month and a half into my prison sentence of 3 years. By the time I got out, I got my GED at the last spot that I was at before they shipped me to the halfway house. That's how long it took to get a GED, a supposedly 6-month program to go through, took 3 years. Now, they could have took someone like me. They could have let me get my GED, and then my parents was in a position where that they would have financed for me to have a college, have the books and have an online college course. There was lots of other people in there that had family that if the prison system would have allowed it and let you do it, then you could have really got an education. You got time. You got family wanting to help you get this education or wanting to help you to do these things. But there's no programs available. Oh, we don't have the resources. But yet you have the resources for your big ass to drive around the rec yard 25 times a shift in that big old truck out there, looking at the same space you've been looking at. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, get real, man.
And you got guys up in the towers, but you also got a dude driving around the no man's land.
Yeah.
And there's not even nobody on the yard. There's nobody to look at.
There's nobody out there. I mean, that's how I looked at it. Like, you guys, I sincerely, I look back on it, and there was lots of men in there that if you were to ask me if we would have educated them and prepared them in the 2, 3, 4, 5-year bit that they had, then they probably wouldn't have been part of that 85.6% recidivism rate that Virginia State Penitentiary suffers with.
Nope.
They wouldn't have been a part of that number because they would have had a tool. Dude, I was in there. I was teaching communicable diseases because there at the last spot that I was at, I was a dorm coordinator for 19 months and I ran a dorm of 88 men and I taught classes and that was part of my gig. I got paid a little bit more money. You got 36 cents on the hour. for being a dorm coordinator, and it give you a little bit of props on your release. So, I was teaching classes, and I ran across men that was 50, 55, 60 years old, didn't know how to balance a checkbook, didn't have no clue how to do the simple things that you think that everybody knows how to do. And it's not their fault. It wasn't. It's like, dude, how did you get through school? Like, how did you get through elementary school and middle school? And so then you start thinking, well, it really does come down to like education, guys. You could take these men and these women that are stuck in these crap hole that we call a penitentiary, which all it is a money game. It's just a way to pay people in lofty uniforms to do something with their time instead of digging a ditch or something. But they offer nothing to insinuate or to incentivize the fact that they're going to be getting out. You need this. You need this education. So with all these,
they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have it. They want you to come back. You're a money pit. You're a money pit.
It's like the conversation about the doctors at the Suboxone clinics. Well, why would they introduce you to weaning yourself off Suboxone?
Yeah.
They need you.
There's no money in it for them. Yeah, there's no money in it for them.
Why would they want to get you off of that? Well, then you're not coming back and giving them their money. They're taking themselves out of their nice Bentleys and their big homes. If they help you to actually get off that crap, then they don't have no business no more.
That's right.
A lot of business gone. A lot of grant money that don't come in. A lot of taxpayer money that don't come in. So, it really does come down to, man, I mean, we've created this circle. I say we, but as a society, we've created this money circle that we call the penitentiary, but it's basically people's lives that we use to finance the lifestyle of others. And we're not giving, okay, why should a man or a woman be expected to do anything different upon release if we don't give them something different to do? Why should we expect it? Why? That's like, what's the definition of insanity? To do the same thing over and over and over again? Expect different results? Okay, if we keep sending men and women to the penitentiary to waste 3, 5, 10 years of their time and not give them any real tools upon release, well, then it stands to reason that recidivism rate's going to stay pretty damn close to what it is or just get higher. Then seeing this crap that's going on with our education systems, all these things, like, I know you've got grandkids, I've got younger kids, I've lived through the COVID thing with my young teenager, and I can tell you, it hurt him. Now, he loved it. As a kid, he loved. Didn't have to go to school, didn't have to do this. So I do my homework, I do all my stuff here at the house right real quick, 30 minutes, and I'm done with my work for the day. I'm not a teacher, guys. I'm a dad that cares. I tried my best, but a teacher is a professional. That's why that they go to school, so that they know how to break things down, how to teach it, how to make curriculum that keeps kids interested. Well, they stuck my kid in here with a dad that don't, like, dude, I didn't know how to do a lot of the work that he was doing. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to go get further education so I can help him get his. I think he was in like 5th grade, and I didn't know how to do some of the stuff. So, they got him stuck here with me, trying to teach him things that I ain't done in 25, 30 years, 40 years. And even if I did know how to do it, I don't know how to properly, like, break it down and teach him the way that it should be done. And those couple years, man, I can tell you that it definitely, not only from a socializing standpoint, but just education standpoint, it didn't help him. It did not help him, because I tried, but I didn't know I didn't know how to teach. Like, I can just help you do your work. That's all I can do. I can help you do it. And I hope you learn from us sitting here and doing this together, because I don't know how to teach you what we're doing. We can just do it together, and hopefully we'll both learn what we're doing at the same time. But man, that's where it all starts, is education, guys. We got to give people something else to do other than, You know, like if in my area, guys, there's people, Clint, there's people, you know, right in your area
Mhm.
too. Man, that's their whole life. Their whole life has
Mhm.
been tied up in dope, some type of substance, their family on welfare, or just barely getting by, and it just creates this huge circle of I see it all around me, man. It went from
Mhm.
opioids back in the 90s and the early 2000s to methadone, and now Suboxone and Subutex and methadone and whatever else it is that they give you these days when you go there. And it's still the same effect. You
Yep.
gotta have it. You got to
Yep.
have it. That's why opioids cause people to steal stuff, cause you to want to rob your parents of the last dollars they got, cause you to want to take your stuff to the pawn shop, because it makes you need it.
Yep.
You can't live without it. Well, the Suboxone and the methadone and the other crap, it's the same effect. You can't live without it. So if they take it away from you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go steal, rob, do whatever it is you gotta do to try to get that sickness off of you. Hopefully you don't, but that's usually what people wind up doing when
Yep.
when they get that feeling, man. So it's like I just see it happening, and I wish that there was some way that for I wish there was a way that you had a better way of helping. The only way I know how to help is for people like you and I to be willing to speak it out loud and say it really ain't helping, guys. Look, like
It's not.
nothing they
It's
did
not.
for me helped me. Nothing other than it got me away from the dope long enough for me to start putting some things in my head.
Clear your head up. Yep.
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 Was
Yeah.
you on pain pills and stuff like that?
No, sir, no,
No.
sir.
No.
I hurt people. I did some shit that I shouldn't. Yeah,
Right.
I was in shit I shouldn't have been in.
Right.
And but I was around enough of that. I was around them people. You know,
Yeah.
I was
Oh yeah.
part of that. I wasn't a user, but I was in that ring.
Yeah.
Um, I just, I as much as I've been through with it and going through the penitentiary and doing what I did, I still feel like I'm lucky because
Yeah.
I had a clear head that them people that come through the revolving doors actually would save me. I think sitting and watching, you know, you sit in the same penitentiary for 3 years and you see the same dude come through 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, why do y'all keep letting him out? Let me out. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't coming back. I am not coming back. I'm not watching. I'm not having nobody watch me take a dump no more.
No doubt.
I'm not waiting for permission so I can go to the chow hall and get something to eat. Let me go. I ain't coming back. Y'all got me. You broke me. I don't want this.
Yeah,
I
you
don't want
win.
this.
You win.
Yeah, yeah. So watching them guys continuously come back, I went, all right, this is too easy. Like it don't take much to come back. Like I really need to be different. I really got to change some things.
Yeah,
And when
because
I
the
got
deck
out,
is stacked against you when you come out.
oh, dude, they want you to come in. They
Yeah, they
want you.
do.
They give you, you know, they give you more probation than they do prison time. You
Yep.
know, because they're banking you're going to screw up. They're
Yep.
banking you're going to pop a pill. You're going to smoke a joint. You're going to
Yep.
get caught at a bar. You're going to
Yep.
hang out with a felon that they're making you go hang out with at the AA
Yeah.
place. You
Yeah.
know, you're not allowed to be around other known convicted felons.
I'm
Well, then
so
how come
glad
you're
you
sending me?
said that. I'm so glad you said that because I'm like the only felons that I'm around is at the NA and AA classes.
Yeah, that you're making me go to,
You
you
made
know,
me
but yeah.
go there, man.
And
Like,
then one of them wants to be my damn sponsor, but I'm not allowed to associate with these people, you know.
yeah,
But I got to follow the protocol. So like,
yeah,
you know, it's a setup. It's a complete
it
setup, and
is, man. It
I clawed
is.
my way through probation. I clawed my way through it, man. I mean, I screwed up at the beginning. I got lucky, man. I got lucky. I had a probation officer for whatever reason. She took a liking to me, and I screwed up because I'm a weed smoker. I big time,
Yep. Yep.
and I peed dirty. And instead of revoking me, she put me on a collar code thing. And for 6 months, every day my phone rang, and if my collar was announced, I had 1 hour to get to the office and pee. And
Man.
I did that, and when I got through with that, I was like, okay, you know, you just got to walk this line, brother. You just, you know, you got 4 years of this to do, and you just got to do it.
Yep.
And I did it,
It.
and I got
Yep.
off of it, and thank God, you know, there was something in my head that I was not going to return back to jail with that same penitentiary number. I'm
I
like,
feel
nope,
you.
I'm not coming back with this number. I'm not doing that. If I come back, it's going to be because somebody makes
Do
me
you
go
still
do something to
remember
them.
your number?
301335.
331153.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you must have
Isn't
went in a
that
similar
something?
time to me. You must have went in a
Yeah.
similar time to me. I got out in '04.
I went
And
in January 12th, 2004.
yeah, all right. So I got out
Yeah.
in May 17th, 2004.
Yeah.
um,
Well, you was coming out as I was going in, man.
it
You
was
know, but
it was a
you're so right though about it, it's such a rigged. Man, I'm the same. I feel the same way. I feel like this. If you are going to take a man, especially a man or a woman that has never been, like, I didn't have no prior, this is my
me
first
either.
offense,
Me
so
either.
it's like, okay, if you're going to take a man that's a first time offender and throw him in the penitentiary, then let his time be his time. Let his time be his, when he gets out or she gets out, this probation shit is a run up. You're just trying to run these people up for nothing. That if like for me, I was in my 20s when I got caught. All right, I'd made it all my life and had never gotten in any trouble. I get
Hmm.
caught one time. I go to prison for 3 years, but then I come home. I got 5 years probation, and
Exactly.
uh, just like you're talking about the come home on the color, had to do the color thing or the call, the
Hmm.
call in or whatever, and then whatever. My probation officer, I come home. My dad come up and got me, brought me home, and like the next day, it was like within a day or so, you had to be out, you had to be out to report to the probation office, and then they come out to your house like the next day or whatever after you signed up. So I had like 24 hours after I come home, go out, let them know that I've been released, sign up at the probation office, and then the next day they come to my dad's house. Well, you know, she come to my dad's house and she wrote my schedule down. I was supposed to do once a month. I was supposed to report once a month. And she leaves. She's gone for several hours. Phone rings. Well, sure enough, they were calling me in for a P test. She had just been there. She was trying to set me up. She was seeing if
Hmm.
I was going to wait for her leave and then drink a beer or wait because I was supposed to not drink alcohol, supposed to not smoke
Yep.
no weed, supposed to not do
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yep.
And but sure enough, I can't even remember how long it was. It was hours. It was hours, like the same day. But just long enough for me to screw myself by doing something, by drinking a beer or something like she just left. I just give my she just left. I'm good. No, they called me to do. That wasn't no color code thing. That was,
Mm.
hey, yo, it's time. They wanted this. They were trying to trip me up, just like, and
Yep.
it wasn't just me. They were doing it to other people too. But they were trying to trip. They weren't trying to help you. Trying to help me is, hey, do you need me to come pick you up tomorrow for a 2 hour ride around so we can go look for jobs? No.
Yep.
No, they got 2 hours to call me in and make me go through a bunch of crap and pee in a cup and look at my little Peter, but they ain't got time to come pick me up and take me for a job interview. They ain't got time for none of that. So it's
And I
like you guys are
and
trying to
I bet
set me up.
you pissed them off. Instead of them being proud that you didn't piss dirty, they were probably pissed off. Like, damn man, I thought we had
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I thought we had him.
I'm
You
like you
know.
though. Thank God, I had a godsend probation officer. And after she came that first time, and then I obviously passed that second, when they called me in out of the blue, supposedly out of the blue, but they were trying to trip me up, and I did, passed everything. um, I gotta say that she did not ride my back or anything. She did stop in at my little apartment after I moved out, and me and my wife were living there. She stopped in there a couple times, and I was working, and I was working hard. I was a construction worker. I was a carpenter, and I worked a lot of hours, and I worked hard. I was a hard worker, and I had reached a point in my release where it was like, man, I should get to drink a beer.
Hmm.
This is my house. I'm working. I pay all my stuff. I did my time. Well, I started drinking beers. I started buying me some beers and bringing them home. I didn't drink and drive or nothing like that. I just drinking at the house. Well, sure enough, me and Courtney sitting there one evening, and I had bought me a 6-pack of beers. And the way that my little apartment was, it was apartments that we had built. So, I'm looking out the window and you pull in the driveway right there. Well, sure enough, I see it. Government tag, I know exactly who it is. And Courtney, she's like, oh God, you better hide your beers and hide them beers. And I told her, I said, well, I can tell you right now, this is my house. I ain't jumping up and I ain't hiding nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I am a grown man. I did my time. I do everything I'm asked to do. I pay my fines. And if she wants to take me to jail for that 6-pack of beer, then I'm ready to go back to jail then. I'll just go. That's how we're going to do this. So I didn't try to hide them. She knocked on the door and I let her in. She come in. They're sitting right there because I drink room temperature beer. Always have my whole life. I would buy them at the store out of the cooler, and then I never put them back in the fridge. I always just drank them. Well, they're sitting there right there because they hurt my teeth. It used to hurt my teeth real bad. Cold stuff, and I just got in the habit. I don't drink cold sodas. I don't drink cold anything. I just drink at room temperature. Well, they're sitting there, and obviously she addresses it. And she said, you're not supposed to be drinking beer. And I said, I know that's what the rules of my probation say, that I'm not supposed to be drinking beer. I said, but the rules of life say that I'm doing as much or more than you to try to survive in this world. And if I want to drink a beer in my apartment, then I think I've earned the right to get to do so. And she was like, she's kind of giving me one of them setbacks, and my wife's sitting there like, she knew, I done had enough. Like that. Now, wait a minute. This is my house. I'm the man of this house. Just because I've been to prison did not take my manhood from me. This is my home. And, you're stopping in out of the blue. What if me and my wife was in here naked? What I mean? You know what I'm saying? What if I was doing something and I just didn't want to answer the door or something? At least I was man enough to answer the door, let you in. I ain't trying to hide nothing from you.
Yep.
Is this my house? And, she granted me the respect of, we just never spoke on it no more. That was not, it was like, and she didn't actually, I don't believe she ever came back to mine and Courtney's home ever again after that. Matter of fact, I don't believe after that I was ever even called in for a urine screen after that. I think that she just kind of, it was about 3 years into my probation sentence at that time. So I think she just kind of like, well, if I don't hear from him, then it's good. And then when my 5 years was up, got my little thing saying that my probation was clear and that I was good. But for about the last 2 years of it, I never went in for a urine screen or nothing. But after 3 years of probation, man, it was like y'all are still trying to trip me up. Like I'm sitting in my house doing nothing but the right thing, and you're still stopping in at my house trying to trip me up, and you can't tell me it's for any other reason. You didn't stop in and ask me how I was doing and want to, maybe help me with my electric bill. You stopped in trying to catch me doing something so that you could run me up for another few years on probation. That's what they really want out of you is that probation time. They love to give you the prison sentence, but that's when they make the money off of you is when you get to come home. And as a working man, they get to start pulling all them fines and they get to start, it's like, man, it was such a run up, Clint. I was just so.
And if you don't pay the fines, then they take your driver's license. Then you got to go and spend extra money to get your driver's license and pay a whatever fee you got to pay to get the license. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that they have set up. They have set up so everybody gets $1 from you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane.
And that's another thing too is like when they arrested a bunch of people that day, like how they'll do their roundups. Well, that day that I got picked up, they done one of their roundups. It was a bunch of people got arrested, and when we got sentenced that day, everybody got the same sentence, got 3 years, 20 years with 17 suspended, 3 years to do, and 5 years probation. And when they wrote it up in the newspaper, they wrote it up like that we were a crime circle. Like it read like we all knew each other and we were in this together. And I didn't know any of them. I mean, now I would be lying if I said I didn't know any of them. Obviously, in the drug game, I knew who some of them
Yeah.
were, but we didn't do business together. We didn't,
No.
they weren't even part of my little circle like that. But in the paper, it read like we were some kind of big drug, like some kind of like what would you call it, like a crime syndicate or something.
Yeah,
Like we
syndicate.
were, like we were in cahoots, and it was like, man, you guys, like I'm reading this and I'm thinking, dude, I am one tough son of a. I mean, like I'm like, dude, I'm tougher than I knew. Like I am
Yep.
totally mafia style here, and I didn't even know it. Like they wrote it up like we were some kind of big mafia, like some kind of big syndicate. And it was like, why are you guys allowed to just like, okay, I get like we got caught, but then you write stuff up like that words it for our community to make it seem like we were in this together when really we were just strung out on dope that the doctors give us.
Yep.
We wasn't in that.
That's
That wasn't
that's the doctors is the crime syndicate. That's
the
the syndicate
doctors.
right there.
Yeah.
That's the huge syndicate right there.
That's the syndicate that you need to go for, man. But like there's no repercussions for the people that write those types of things up that ruin your name, what little bit of a name you have left, and then they write that kind of stuff up to make the people that don't know you think that, well, dang, this was a really horrible piece of crap guy. He should have got the full 20 years. And it's like that's not even how that was happening. We wasn't in no crime circle together. I wasn't in no crime circle with them people. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're from a small town. I knew who they were,
Yep.
but that doesn't mean that I never bought nothing from them. They never bought nothing. But boy, you read that newspaper article, the way that they had it wrote up, you'd have thought that we were in some kind of big like
Oh.
I.
But
Like,
that article changed your perception of news and reality at that point too, didn't it? Because now
yeah,
when you
dude,
read something, you got to look into it. You're like, is it really what it's saying, or are they just printing this? Like
it's
before that, I believed everything I read. Before
me
that, when
too.
I read Crime Circle arrested, for drug ring, I'd
Yep.
see 9 people in their mugshots in the paper. I'm thinking, okay, every one
Oh,
of them
they're
dudes
together.
is a bad dude. And now I'm like, okay, no, that dude just had a couple pills on him. He just happened to be in the car with that dude that had a couple pills.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I can't. I don't believe none. That's why I don't watch news no more. I deleted Facebook. I don't have TikTok. I don't
Nope.
do it because I don't believe none of it no more.
I signed off of
Let me
Facebook
turn this
too.
alarm off, man. That thing's
Do
driving
what
me
you gotta do.
nuts.
Yeah, man. Do what you gotta do, brother. Hey, I'm gonna
I got
shout
me an
out
alarm.
everybody. Hey, I'm gonna shout out everybody, and I'm gonna grab me a drink. I'll play us a little song, like a little get up and stretch our legs song, and
10-4, 10-4.
get us a drink, and then we'll come back. Unless you're tired. If you're tired, then you say so.
I won't be too much longer. I do have this one. Shit, it is quarter after one.
Is it quarter after one? Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
sir. I
Clint.
told you. I told you we get together. I already knew
Hey,
that's what's going to
hey, I love it, man. I love it.
happen.
Hey, I appreciate you being here. Well, let's play us another song, and then we'll say bye to everybody, and then we'll drop off and we'll talk for a few minutes, and then we'll
Ten
call it
four.
an evening, man. But
Ten
shout
four
out to
sounds good.
everybody here. If you see anybody you want to shout at, if you can see your comments, and you feel free to. I'm going over here to media side, going to pull up. Let's
Miss
see.
Green, Miss Nancy's here. Hey,
It's
Miss
Miss
Nancy.
Nancy.
Magic's still hanging with us. Hello, Jimena.
And I tell you what, Miss Nancy and her family, there's some talented musicians over there
Yes, they
too.
are.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to talk her into doing some music with y'all, or at least doing a video and of her playing something and sending it to y'all to play because she is very talented.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Man, I don't know where my stuff went.
Okay, she
Hey,
said, "Damn,
Tommy,
y'all chewing the fat late, ain't you?"
I,
that's
I,
that's
none
my
of
country
my
girl.
none of my media is in this, and I don't know why.
What?
Like none of my media stuff is in my studio. I only have like 3 songs in my whole studio,
Oh,
and I don't know why. Huh. I don't know
Hey,
what's
Ron
happening.
away. I see you, Ron. Sweet
Run
Tea's Sweet
away.
Tea still here. Sweet Tea.
Sweetie. Hey,
That's what
Tommy. I've lost all, I don't know where all my stuff went. Maybe Tommy knows what happened to it, but none of my stuff is in, like, like my intro that I had, B's song that I had, all that's gone.
Oh shoot.
Everything. I only got like 3 of Shine's songs on here, and everything I had is gone.
Oh,
Like
Shine done
gone.
did that. Shine done did that. He's just trying to get his stuff played tonight. That's what that
I
is.
guess, yeah, man, because that, like, it's like, dang, I don't know where all my stuff went. Sincerely, I have no idea, guys. Like, I don't have nothing to play. I don't have
I hope it
nothing.
did get lost.
Like, it ain't here. It's gone. It's gone, guys. I don't know what happened.
Sweet tea, we need you.
Yeah, man. Sweet tea. What happened to my studio, bro? Oh, yeah, man. It went away. It went away. Sincerely. Shout out to Sister B in the house. Sister B, I was going to play our song again, but I don't have it no more. It's gone. All my stuff's gone. I don't have nothing left in my studio, and I ain't done nothing. I've been right here with Clint. I have no idea where the only thing I got left is I got Silly Girl by Shine, and I got
Well,
that's
Silly Girl's always a winner. That's for
Silly
sure.
Girl is the winner. So shout out to Silly Girl. I was just looking to see what I do have, but hey, man, everything I had is gone.
That's
Like,
weird
it's
that
gone.
it's weird that some of it left, but you still have 3 other ones.
Uh,
That's what's strange. Like,
the only thing
why
I
wouldn't
got
everything be
left
gone?
is the Heavy Hitters band. That one I've been doing for a long time. I got Slow It On Down, my song on here. The We Be Jammin' promo, the first one that we did. I got Gas and Guitar cover, Dancing Down an Empty Road, and then I got Shine, Silly Girl, and Last Fight in Me, and I have nothing else. I don't have no intros. I don't have no. I don't have nothing. I don't know where it
Okay.
went. It all is gone. Like, that is crazy. So looks like I'm starting from scratch again. Shout out to Scratch. And that's something, man. Man. Wow, dude.
after
Like,
after dark, baby. After dark, anything's liable to happen.
I wasn't expecting that, man. Like, daggone, man. Like, I was thinking like I had everything figured out, and shout out to not having it figured out.
Shout
But
out.
yeah, I had it all loaded up in here, man. Like, I was just playing that stuff earlier this evening, and it's gone. I'm loading. I think I'm loading Sister B's back up, the one that she done for me and Sean. I'm loading it back up just to see what happens. Like, I don't know what. No, that's not it.
Auntie Mickey, hey, hon, good to see
Auntie
you.
Mickey, what's up?
Auntie Mickey. Oh, Auntie Mickey, she cracks me up. She
Oh
cracks me up. I
man,
like.
dude, she has some of them skits that are just like, oh man, I love it though. I love it, man.
She
She
cracks me
does.
up. I try to get in there every evening, at least for a little while. She's awesome. She is.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah,
funny. I crack her up.
yeah,
I get her laughing.
yeah,
She gets so frustrated. She'll be getting frustrated about stuff, and I'll just be saying something just to get her to laugh.
yeah. She is funny, man.
She's
She's got
hilarious, man.
he's got the skits going that, but it's like you gotta stick around just to see what she's going. Like, okay, I gotta hear the rest of this one now. Like, okay, yeah, man, that's so fun, man. That is
She's a
so
trip.
fun. Clint, this is awesome, dude. Like I say, I don't know what happened to my media, but I don't care. It ain't no big deal to
Yeah,
me. But
yeah,
I still
yeah,
don't
well,
know what happened. Like, it
yeah.
disappeared in front of our eyes while me and you were talking.
Dude,
All this stuff.
you'll talk to Sweet Tea, and he'll tell you to push a button, and everything will just come back.
I
It'll be
probably
something simple. It'll be
Probably,
something simple.
yeah, it's like I don't let it sweat me. It's like,
Maybe it was sweaty aluminum foil hat interference. Maybe
the
that's what it
hat.
was.
It.
The hat interfered.
You're right.
Because,
It
dude,
was the sweat.
I'm not making this up. When I had it on and we were talking, you kept freezing up on me, and I was like, "Damn, is this thing interfering with my pods and stuff. And since I took it off, that ain't happened.
Huh. Huh.
Now I could be making all that up, but that's what it seemed like to me. You
I'm
know, I
buying
tried
it. I'm buying it. I'm
to.
buying it. I'm buying
Shout
it.
out,
No, I'm
shout out for buying it. Shout out for
I'm
buying
buying it, man. Hey, anything that helps me find a reason for things that go
it. Damn
wrong.
right. It
I
ain't my
mean,
fault. It ain't my fault.
it ain't my fault. Damn, it ain't my fault, guys. That damn aluminum hat, I knew. I knew that there was a trick to it. Hey, it won't let me load up nothing in here. I just tried to load up. Oh, well,
Hmm.
wait a minute. It's trying to. So let's see. I don't know what happened, Clint. I really don't, because that's the first time this has ever happened that all the stuff just went away. Like everything's
Huh.
gone. Everything. Now it's letting me load it back, but it's been on here for, well, I mean, there's some of it I just loaded up, but some of these things have been on here for a month, 2 months, and they just disappeared while me and you've been on here. They're gone. Every one of them. Everything. I mean, I got it on files and everything up there, but that just seems weird. And I know I paid my
All
bill.
right. Have a good night, Jimena. Sweet
Night,
dreams, hon.
Amina. Good night. Thank you, Miss Amina. We
She
appreciate
said
you.
we're awesome. She said we are awesome.
Hey, if well, Miss Amina, you know the secret to getting your comment highlighted.
Hmm.
You say something nice about this guy, and well, now that Clint's on here, you say something nice about Clint. And if you say something nice about both of us, oh, that fires the comment right up to the top. I ain't gonna lie. There's no reason for me to say that I try to be equal. No, I don't. The ones that are nice, that are complimenting me especially, I do go to them faster than I do the others.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
it's
lie.
your show.
It
It's
is
your
my
show.
show.
You're allowed to
It
have
is my
favorites.
show.
You're allowed to have favorites, man.
It is my show. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want people to come in here being fooled, thinking that I'm fair at all. Uh, no, no. I do go directly to the comments that are the nicer ones about me, and then I go back to the ones that are about Shine, and then usually if it's about both of us, I try to bring them in, like I try to scatter them in so I don't
Yeah.
look too awful. I don't want to look conceited.
Nah,
I'm,
nah, nah. You got part. You got to play the part. You got to play the part.
right, because you can push it too far, and you can give people the wrong impression about you. So I try to stay humble. Yeah, but I do like those good comments, and they seem to highlight quick. But I have nothing but good things to say about both of you. Well, shout out to you, Miss Amina. We have nothing but good things to say about you
Oh,
too.
she's amazing, man. She's amazing.
She is.
I told
She is.
her, man. She. If you go watch her show, there's something calming about her.
It is.
It
And
just
it's that
brings me right
accent.
down.
It's that
It is.
accent.
It is.
I ain't
It
gonna lie.
is.
Yeah,
It
because
is.
I'm that guy that's like, I just
Hmm.
listen. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
It just tell me something. Just talk to me
Yeah,
for a
I don't
while.
care what you talk about. I don't
Yeah,
care what
just
you talk
talk to
about.
me
I
for a
really
little
don't.
while.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
listening. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You can talk about sanitation, and it's going to chill me
Yeah,
out.
I'll be
It's
like, all right.
you
Yeah,
got
you're right. You're right. Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm with you, man. It's that little uniqueness in that. It's like, because around here you don't hear accent in that way. You hear my kind of accent. You hear
Yep,
the
yep,
accent like we've got. But then you,
yep.
you listen to her talk, and it's like she has perfect English, but that
It's
little bit of
perfect
an
English.
accent,
That's it.
that's like, dang, you know.
That's what it is. Like I got plenty of Latino people that live around me, but they speak strong Latino and barely English. And she speaks perfect English with that Latino accent. It's like, okay,
Yep,
okay. And
yeah.
she's got this calming sound about her, and I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm in. I don't care what you talk about for the next minute. I'm
Yeah,
done.
you got me.
I'm in.
And she
You
just,
yeah,
and just
you
so
win.
happens that she's pretty too. So, hey,
Yeah. To
triple
boot,
threat.
too.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey.
Yes,
But
sir.
very smart, very, very endearing, and truly trying to come at things in a good, positive, but real kind of way. And we do
Yep.
appreciate it. And always going to be poking a little bit of fun at everything and
Oh,
having some fun with you, but definitely one of my favorites in the community. I have to say, just because I appreciate what you're trying to do and the angles that you're coming at things from, what your mission is. I appreciate it. Good
And
night,
she's good
Auntie
at it.
Mickey. And she's good
And
at it.
yeah,
She's good at it. She stays on point better than me.
Oh
I
well,
don't.
I was on the day after you, and she kept me in line too. She also keeps you safe too.
Yeah.
She makes sure you don't run yourself off the rails. She's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
come on back here, come on back
Yeah.
here. But
Yeah.
she's got a way about her. She draws you
Yeah.
back, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
off that show, and I thanked her. I was like, thank you, because I seen where my mind was going, and you didn't allow me to go there. I appreciate that.
Keep me reeled in. Yep. Keep
Yep.
reeled in. And there's something to having somebody to talk to though that also just makes you feel comfortable right off.
Hmm.
Where it's like, okay, I'll talk to her. I mean, like she's that person. If I'm walking around out here or I ran into her at the store, if she wanted to sit in bull crap for a while, I'd probably wind up sitting in bull crapping for a while. So,
Yep.
always going to be pushing you up, Miss Minute, whether you're here or not.
Oh
I
yeah.
always try to say good things about you when the thought crosses my mind or somebody mentions you, then, here at Guy and Shine and here on Creating Change and here with Guy and Clint, we know you and we appreciate you and we just are glad to be a part of your little journey and have you a part of ours. So we
Yep.
thank you. We do. Thank you.
100%.
Great
And
job.
if anybody out there hasn't attached to Jimena Magic Healing, you need to. You need to.
Great job.
You might not be into that every day, but there's going to be one day, one week that you're going to need what she's got to say, and she's going to
I
bring you
like
back to where you need to be.
100%. I like that, Clint. Shout out to
Yes.
you, Miss Jimena. Shout out to E Block Air, Sister B.
Need block.
Thank you. Thank you for
2075.
yeah, 2075 right around the corner. Be waiting on you. Be
Leroy.
right there. Oh man. But appreciate you. I'm gonna play us one of these songs out and then we'll say goodnight, menu bullcrap for a minute and get off here, man. But shout out to Sister B. Thank you for this song. It's endearing. I'm gonna go grab me a drink real quick. You can get up, stretch, whatever, and I'm gonna play this song and then we'll give everybody a good night. But shout out to
Sounds
everybody.
good, brother. Sounds good.
Who can make my views rise, sprinkle like her too? Cover it in comments in a song, old or new. The bandy man can. The bandy man can because he wrestles with his mic to make the audio sound good. Who can take a guitar, wrap it with a man, soak it in the sun and make a podcast with two men? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. The shining bandy men can because they wrestle with the mute. Now we can't tell if the audio sounds good. Shindig makes no mistakes, grabbing his tea with a wifey handoff. Talk about your spoiled men, y'all. Who can take tomorrow, dip in a live stream, separate the bad vibes and light up all our screens? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy man can. The shining bandy man can because they fixed the mic and mute, and now the audio sounds good. So now the world sounds good, cause the shining bandy men think it should. think it should.
I didn't notice the title. I didn't notice the title last time.
I'm so
That's how
glad
you.
you noticed.
That's how you talk about talking. That's how you talk about talking. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it when you played it earlier. I did. I just saw the ostrich and the sounds. I was like, "Oh my
Let's make
gosh,
sure.
I
Let's make sure.
love this."
Let's make sure we all seen that. Anyway,
That's
good
beautiful.
vibes after.
That's beautiful.
Good vibes after.
Beautiful.
Good vibes after dark. You should have seen.
Oh,
You
God.
should have seen this grown man in here. I was in here laughing. I laughed. I was like, you don't know what you just did. You don't know what you just did. I'm like, you unleashed a firestorm, bro. You just.
You already. I ain't even started my show yet, and I already got ideas now. It's like I didn't know that. I didn't even think like that, but now I am. I appreciate that.
Yes. Shout out to a good fart too. There ain't nothing any funnier than a fart, man.
Oh no, farts are always gonna be funny. I don't
It's
care who you are.
timeless. It's timeless, man. It's
Who you
timeless. Timeless, man. Hey, shout out to everybody. Clint, stick around for a minute, man. We're gonna say
sir.
bye to everybody. Appreciate everybody. I'll talk to you here in just a few minutes. I don't even have I don't even have any kind of outro set up for anything. So we're just gonna play Sister B's song out. I appreciate you, Sister B. I know I've played it over and over, but that's just how much it means to me for you to think enough of us to put something like that together and share it over so that I'm able to have it as part of my show. And I just appreciate it. So now you're part of the show too, forever ingrained. So thank you. Shout out to everybody, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow, 11 to 1, Guy and Shine, Friday, man, TGIF, guys. See you.
One love, everybody. Yes, sir.
Who can make my views rise, sprinkle like her too? Cover it in comments and a song old or new. The bandy man can because he wrestles with his mic to makes the audio sound good. Who can take a guitar, rap it with a man, soak it in the sun and make a podcast with two men? The bandy man, the shine man, the shining bandy men can. The shining bandy men can because they wrestle with the mute. Now we can't tell if the audio sounds good. sounds good. So now the world sounds good, 'cause the shining bandy men think it should.